Welcome to another exciting edition of the Beatcast. As always, we are brought to you by the lifestyle and turntable brand Mixwell Worldwide. Use code BEATCAST25 and get 25% off any of your purchases at mixwellworldwide.com. Some more cool stuff coming up with Mixwell as well. And in addition, if you're in the chat hanging out with us right now, stay in the chat. Stay active, and at some point during this cast, we're going to randomly select one of you chatters to win a Mixwell care package. So that's always kind of a cool thing. What is the Beatcast, you ask? The Beatcast is a sample challenge that happens every 2 weeks. We drop a sample at thebeatcast.com. You download it, use any equipment you want. You make a beat out of that sample. The entire community does this. And then we all come back a week later. That's Bree clearing his throat because he's probably eating cereal a week later. We load our beats up on our Instagrams and to thebeatcast.com. There's a little upload button right next to that. Very important that you upload them, because if you only post them on the Instagram, you don't upload them to the website. We don't have them for this here. And that's what we do. We come back here with the Beatcast and talk about those beats and feature really cool guests and kind of hang out and have a good time. And to that effect, here's the Beatcast themselves. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Yo. What's happening?
Delvon is in a fucking turtleneck, so you guys are all underdressed.
Oh, it is a turtleneck. That's what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
all right.
He's R&B smooth.
I didn't get a memo. I would have.
I'm just trying to be a Fashion Nova model, and y'all are just hating. So I got to get a sponsorship somehow. You know what I mean?
Isn't it hot in Texas already? Like, where are you
Not
wearing
Not right now. It's fucking cold outside.
When you post the things that he posts, and take joy in the fender meeting calves and knees, that shit bugs the shit out of me. I'm just like, all I'm thinking about is like, damn, it's gonna hurt his legs. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Delvon enjoys watching motor vehicles thrash the youth at side shows.
A lot of different shit. People getting concussions from them. Motherfuckers getting hit by the cars. Just in general, hood ratness. I like all that shit.
Hey, I got a question. Have you seen? I found this today, and you the first person I thought about to see this.
I like all negativity comes through me. All negativity is just, hey.
Do you want to finish the sentence?
But see, you be happy you didn't get the message that I sent to RTC.
That was all love, man.
I just wanted to let them know I loved them. That's all it was. But there's an Instagram page of kids that get hurt.
Yeah, no, damn well I've been on that for years. Stop it.
I got 3 slides in. I was like, this is not okay.
Wait, children getting hurt, or like you say kids,
yes,
like you
kids, like little like 7-year-olds and 6-year-olds. These kids were in the.
I would enjoy that.
See,
seeing that.
Okay, so the first one I saw is 2 kids in a driveway rollerblading down the driveway. And as they come down the driveway, I know something's bad's about to happen. These are rollerblades, a driveway. So one kid falls, the boy tumbles. And when he tumbles, he puts his hand down. And his sister slides right across his hand on the rollerblade. He screams like crazy and shit. I'm like, and then they like do the whole like zoom in on it, zoom out on it, and all that shit. I'm like, dude, this is too much.
You started.
Well, he will never play beats ever. You know.
Don't lie though. You know when your children get hurt at first, you're like, you all right? All right, that shit was funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love that page, by the way. Like, I love that shit. I've been following it for a long ass time.
The only thing that
someone hit me up as well.
I'm gonna find it again and pass it to you. Because the funniest shit was when the thing that goes around, like the arms, and it hits the kids when they're like off.
Oh, yeah.
That's always.
Did someone watch the Cocaine Bear?
Literally last night. I watched it.
Me too. Yeah. Oh my god, I love it.
That shit had me dying. I love how gory it is. I knew it was gonna be all right, but that shit is super bloody. That was a fucking good movie. It's stupid, but it's funny and it's really good. That shit is mad entertaining.
That one's streaming. Yeah, that one's streaming.
Yeah, on Peacock. I think it just hit. So yeah.
I almost watched the Winnie the Pooh one last night.
I watched that one 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's fucking dark, but it's good. It's some good shit. I love horror movies.
That's funny. There's a Winnie the Pooh horror. I feel like I know this already.
It's called Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
It's fucking dark.
That sounds like a 28-day date.
Yeah, I definitely recommend looking at that shit. Yo, how the fuck we get on movies? What just happened?
We're brought to you by also Patreon. Patreon.com is a great way to support the show directly to hear all of this debauchery. And to that effect, I want to say thank you to all of our patrons. So you'll see their names. Actually, before I even do that, let me undo this part here so I can show you their names. Thank you. There we go. Thank you to Beat Smith, Mador, Messy Goodness, Tigri, Disgraceland, RC Peters, Prot, Pablo Station, Mark Chai, Little Treasures, Filth Spectre, Ant Architecture, Ali Wan Kenobi, Zilla Beats, Press Rewind, Who Is This, Q No Rap Name, Jay Linga, Equality 725, One Bar Llama, Squeak Boogie, Nate Gems, Noctimus Prime, Vexo,
Slow down.
Gabino Beats.
Yeah, breathe. Or do it in a voice.
Gabino Beats, Owl Nimbus, and Delvon Watson. Delvon, thanks for joining, man.
You could have added some Michael Buffer to it. And Delvon Watson.
I did it so my shit could actually get played on the show this week, you know? So I just figured I would do that.
That is not a conspiracy.
You don't have to pay. You don't have to subscribe.
I love starting shit on this show. It's my favorite.
Watch, I'll start getting messages like, so you have to fucking pay to get your shit played now? Like,
that's exactly what I was going to tell everybody.
And you have to wear church clothes.
Right.
You got to put a turtleneck on.
Yeah,
just because my submission, Breeze, and Al's are first up on the lineup here means nothing.
Right. Exactly.
It's not a conspiracy.
You know what, Delvon? Your shit is not in this folder. Side note. I don't see it in this folder.
Cancel your subscription.
Cancel now, straight up. Like, I gotta just not be a part of this. I told you. I called it last week. This is what's gonna happen. Slowly but surely, I'm just gonna not have submissions, and then the next thing you know, I'm just not gonna be a part of this shit. They're gonna ask me, I'm gonna get blackballed.
Right.
By the Beatcast.
Well, you were talking shit.
Blackball.
Suddenly, now we don't have anything. If you can, just submit it real quick. Throw it in the folder. If you probably fucking uploaded it and didn't hit submit. I guarantee you're doing that.
I'm gonna start.
I want screen recordings of you doing. I want screen recordings of you doing that. That's gonna be
That's gonna be my new video, and there's not gonna be any movement.
He was putting on the turtleneck and he couldn't see the screen properly. You know, when you get all like, it's not as easy as putting on the
circulation or something.
Yeah. So he thought he clicked it, but he didn't. So.
Is it a long sleeve or is it a short sleeve?
It is a long sleeve, yeah. Two-tone too. It's right, the two colors. That's cool, man. Actually, I like it. I'm a little jealous. It's a nice fucking turtleneck.
Just getting hated on. No submission. No entry. No nothing.
That'd be hilarious to have.
I do want to play it though, so submit it.
Short sleeve turtleneck.
I got you. Let me. I'm probably gonna. I think it's on my phone, so I'm gonna have to fucking turn my camera on for a second. Yeah, give me just a second.
I see what you're saying.
He's just gonna lift up a boombox and
he comes back without the turtleneck.
All right, hold up.
So, side note, here's a couple of pieces of housekeeping before we get into our special guest. But we have the Beatcast Radio 1 is always available for you guys to participate in. We've got a lot of feedback from people who have submitted their track through our Discord, which you can find at beatcast.com. You submit your track there on our Discord, we'll add it to the playlist, and it's fucking tight. It's like over 3 hours of music, so take advantage of that. Our sample packs, the 1 a.m. sample pack, 180 sounds, the 2 a.m. sample pack, both of these curated and created by RTC Shogun. And then we have our first foray into a collaborative effort with Rudis Production, the 3 a.m. sample pack, also available at our Patreon at the $5 level and up. So we're always adding value to that. We have another one coming down the pipeline that's going to drop in the following month. We have the critical listening series that's resumed. Our last one that just happened was really fucking cool, man. I was working and kind of tuning in back and forth, and RTCU headed that up with Sam Drumlow. And
that was a great one.
Really good stuff, man. Lots to learn. It's interesting, though. Those who take advantage of this, by the way, you participate by dropping your track in the critical section of our Discord, and Sam will then play it here on this Twitch and basically just dissect it. He'll give you some tips on how to engineer it better, helping you with your mix and your mastering and shit like this. He's very knowledgeable and like really like easy to listen to. So,
and the good thing about it is that he uses stock plugins and free plugins just so everyone. So if you don't have, you're not going to run into the issue of not having what he's using.
You're not locked out by any kind of a paywall.
Exactly.
Yeah. Our tape, this one here, sold out, but you can listen to it. Just go to thebeatcast.com and you'll find it under our Bandcamp link. But the physical copies of these are gone, and the physical copies of the Beatcast Volume 2 are almost gone. I think we're now down to almost 20 or something like that. You can order these through our website. These are done and off to press, am I correct?
Getting there, almost off to press.
Almost off to press. So those will be back in no time once they go off, and then we're going to start shipping out those pre-orders. Yeah,
so just a quick note on the comp. It's absolutely amazing. Like I was talking to these guys, and just the amount of talent, like because we obviously listen to the first pass of side A, side B. It's literally just back to back, just dope as hell.
Yeah,
and don't forget to get the merch.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I saw that, man. I'm gonna order one. I saw you got one.
Full screen.
And get that at thebeatcast.com merch. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah. Is the other one up there too?
The other one is up there. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna order both.
They're limited though. There's not a lot of those, just because of the amount. Because like all of our stuff is direct to garment, direct to whatever, and so it costs a lot.
Yeah.
Because they hit us, so it's a whole thing. But and then one last thing with our housekeeping is we have a really cool event that's coming up on. This is the 8th episode that we're covering right here, I do believe, and then our next one will be 9. So participating in this next one, you're going to be able to automatically be I guess you would say entered into like a mini competition. It's not even a competition, just like a mini opportunity to be included in an ad. So it's Mixwell, Ellen Fines, and the Beatcast have partnered with you, and we're going to be doing a placement opportunity. So if you want your song to be featured in an ad placement with Mixwell, the Beatcast, and Ellen Fines, and with a package, like a care package from Mixwell Worldwide, all you got to do is participate the same way you always do. How to participate? Well, there you go. Participate in the Beatcast Sample Challenge Episode 9. That sample is going to drop tonight after the show, before midnight at some point. And then you're going to post your beat on 4:30. And then you just got to be following us. You know, follow Ellen Fines, follow the Beatcast, follow Mixwell Worldwide. And then be a Patreon of the Beatcast Patreon at any tier level. So if it's not in the budget to do the 10, 20, or whatever it is, just do 2 if you want, and you're good to go. And all submissions will be considered for the placement. That includes Beatcast members, because this isn't like a paid thing, so we can participate as well. It doesn't mean any of us are going to get picked. Ellen will be doing the decision making, so if you don't like what she picks, yell at her.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So we know Delvon's not getting picked, so
right. That turtleneck, automatic disqualification. And,
automatic.
Well, if you do win,
disqualification.
We'll reach out to you through your Instagram DM. And like I said, not a paid placement. It's just an extra fun layer of some cool shit. And you can follow us at ellenfines.com, thebeatcast.com, Mixwell Worldwide. That is it for housekeeping, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a bunch of people in the chat, man. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Hey, Corey Michael Knows there, dude. Now, real quick about Corey Michael Knows back. He's got his Instagram going, which is... Maybe I'll talk about when his beat comes up. I hope you submitted it through the website. I don't know if I saw it. I don't know if there's an issue going on with the website, but...
I think that Al just sees what he wants to see, but go ahead.
And then I pull out stuff, yeah. I curate it.
We'll just say, if Delvon's is in there, we'll just say that's Corey Michael Knows.
Yeah, there is Corey Michael Knows. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guest of the evening is somebody who's really like a unique sound in our like sonic system. I don't know what you would call that, an ecosystem of sound. You know what I'm saying? He's got a really unique take on sound. I believe he works primarily on Koala, but we'll talk more about that as we get him in here. You guys know him. You love him. You follow him, I'm sure. Put your hands together and your feet for Impreshn.
What up, guys?
What's happening?
How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me, dude. It's been a minute. I've been trying to get on. Ellen's been telling me about y'all. And honestly, I'm not too familiar with you guys, but from what I've just seen, like all your community-driven things and the Patreon and like your sponsors, I'm super impressed by you guys. You guys are killing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Awesome. Appreciate that. And it's all Delvon's fault. We haven't been able to get you on before. Right. So.
I think I'd rather I think this year I really want to focus on being more part of the community in that sense. So yeah, I think my fault it could be 50-50, you know. I should have reached out earlier for sure.
No, it's really surprising that because I mean you have so much content out there and you do so much, because I've been following you for a while and you're constantly posting stuff and you know, just your different locations on doing things. I mean, even when you first logged in, I mean, it's cool you got a bar right downstairs, you know, to be able to create the content.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not at a bar where the music's playing and the wind is in my face. Yeah, I'm so glad I got my proper camera set up.
All good.
If that happened live, I'd be a little embarrassed.
Yeah, somebody comes by and they're like, "Hey man, let me kick a 16 to you real quick." Like, do not fucking do this. Cover your beard.
You got a cigarette, bro? Let me bum a cigarette, bro.
Yeah. Well, you're on the internet right now. Are you live streaming, dude? That's fucking cool, dude.
Yo, can they see me in there?
You a celebrity?
Yeah.
Yo, who are you, bro?
Are you celebrated?
But no, thank you guys so much for having me, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, man.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. So tell, like, where are you from?
So I got a complicated kind of upbringing. I was born in LA, but never lived there at all. I left when I was 2 years old, and we went to a little town in New Mexico called Las Cruces until I was upwards till like 9th grade, and then I moved to Houston for the rest of my life. And then I just now recently moved back to another town close to Las Cruces called El Paso, which is in Texas, border town next to Mexico. Pretty much just a Mexican city, but with like American, more modern facilities, you know. And yeah, I've been here for the last 2 years.
Okay. How long have you been producing?
So yeah, producing was like a weird thing. I've never called myself a producer. Like I just kind of make loops and I make little beats here and there. But I think I started just making beats on my phone. I don't know if you heard of the Machine app. It was an iMachine 2 around 2017, 18. Yeah. Just making quick little like quirky little beats. I always used to watch like Rhythm Roulettes, and me and my cousin would try to like emulate that and like find a sample and then try to make our beat to it. Nothing really impressive, but I think around COVID was when I had nothing better to do, just start posting beats that I was making, right? And then I kind of just like utilized some of my knowledge from marketing, because I graduated in marketing, to kind of like network and grow my brand, I guess, technically, quote unquote. And yeah, so pretty much, I guess you could say 2 to 3 years, like seriously.
What got you into it? Like, how did you, what was the deciding factor for you to move into a space where like, I'm making my own shit?
Just being a listener, you know, just being an avid hip hop head my whole life. At a very young age, I was exposed to a lot of very old school golden age hip hop from my cousins, who are from Canada, by the way, Elena. And I would love to tell you more about that. But yeah, and so just knowing what music I liked to listen to, you know, just old school Nujabes. I was watching Samurai Champloo at a young age. The Boondocks put me on MF Doom when I was a kid, like in middle school. And just knowing that was the kind of music I liked. When I had the sounds in front of me, when I like would download a random pack from iMachine, I was just like, oh, this sounds like something that I like. Let me see if I can make that or emulate it. I was trying to emulate a lot of things at first, right? Which I guess kind of circles back to why my name's Impreshn, right? Because it's like, you kind of just are influenced by the things you listen to growing up, and you're easily impressionable by the sounds and the music you were listening to. So I guess that was my concept going into it as a producer, name, of just like knowing that I was kind of just trying to make tight beats of things that I liked, you know. But now I think I found my own sound throughout that exploration, you know, what I think I'm better at or what my sound is more leaning towards, you know.
Have you ever worked with have you always been independent, or is there a crew that you work with? And the reason I asked that is because listening to some of your stuff, you know, I mean, we rapped. We used to rap. So like, you know, we come into it kind of with the rapper's mind state. Like, do you ever produce with like a voice in your head?
Funny enough, like, yeah. So growing up in Houston, you know, the freestyle culture there, all me and my boys did was freestyle, smoke blunts in the car, and just for hours on end, just freestyle all day. So I was rapping. If I can call myself a rapper, I like to think I'm pretty good at rapping too. But I think, yeah, the way I kind of carry that mentality of rapping, I use the cadences that you would have in like different flows in terms of how I use my percussion, you know? And I kind of like have a little bit of like pocket, you know? Okay,
that's dope.
So you started with you doing beats on your phone, so that was obviously natural progression into Koala. What was your, like, why did you choose Koala over all of the other ones out there?
So I was using iMachine primarily first, but it was so limited. iMachine was so outdated. They weren't really working on the app at all. And then I remember 8 Greg. I don't know if y'all know 8 Greg too.
What is it again?
Like he does the pocket operator stuff. He's pretty popular as
well. Yes.
And he posted Koala one day, And I was like, this is on a app, and like I saw him do the filter effects in the app. Like I was like, oh shit, he's doing live performances. Like I was like, that sounds like something I would want to do, right? And so I downloaded the app, tried to learn it. There wasn't really many tutorials out there, you know. So I kind of just had to learn it on my own. And yeah, it just made so much more sense because it's like what it's more of a traditional sampler, right? Like the SP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of leaned more towards Koala and just stuck with it. Like the sound it had, like the effects you could do, the compression, everything. And they treated me well, dude. Mark really does update that a lot. I'm doing an interview with him in the next month. He wants me to send him a bunch of videos. Like it's one of those like not one-on-one interviews, but like he sends you the questions and he wants you to like just like respond to them, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, and that's a good community that they got going too on Facebook, the koala community. I mean, he's always in there. He's always talking about it. So he's definitely listening to everyone that's using the app.
And yeah, and so I was honestly just like, I tried to be synonymous with that app as well because I know it was a good product, you know, I know it was gonna grow. And so I wanted to be on that up and up with that app. Yeah. You know, I want to be the face of that app a little bit at the end of the day, like someone that can market it. And also the more it grows, the more I can grow as well, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone else like you out there making beats on Koala and having that visual presence, you know, like you have. I can't think of anyone else that we know Tatsumaki is making beats on the Koala and he's doing it so well. But you have that figured out, you know, how you approach people with your visuals. Because like if someone who's like, I'm not really into, like I'm not making beats, but when I saw your feed, I was just like, you know, fascinated. I was like scrolling through and like you make good beats and it looks appealing. So like I instantly gave you a follow. Like I didn't need to, know anything else.
I'd like to think that I'm reimagining how like a beat maker is being presented, you know, to the public eye, because it's like, it's all about relatability. And I know that the beats are cool or whatever, but it's like sometimes if the beat isn't hitting, maybe like the visual aesthetic will capture you, or the relatability factor of like things that I have in my videos, you know, will make you more obliged to just fuck with me in general. You know, it doesn't have to be the music at the end of the day. It doesn't even have to be me. If it's vice versa, the music or me, it just feels better for marketing, right? And kind of like try to showcase that to other people so they can do that as well, you know?
It's good hearing you talk about that, because a lot of cats that are really good producers miss that aspect of relatability in marketing. They don't understand they need to have some concept of a brand of themselves, whether it be a logo or like a color theme or just even like an approach of how you show up. Because first impressions, no pun intended, are important. You know what I mean? And you only get a chance to make them once. You know what I'm saying? So good stuff.
No, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I just like, I don't want to like be that like kind of like Nick content creator ass like influencer type. But I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the generation right now, especially how the algorithm goes. Like, you got to have some kind of like eye capturing 3 seconds in, like something that like not only a beat maker would like, but like a common person would be like, oh shit, that's something I would fuck with.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what?
And I think, go ahead.
Your shit reminds me of there was like I like a lot of the minimalist apartments, and then like they're like, you know, they'll show like the boho apartment and like it'll zoom out on something or whatever. Your shit is stylized in that type of vein. And
So it's pretty like mid-century modern. I don't like the new kind of modern of like super gray, showcasing everything's gray, everything's super like kind of like dull. I like to have some color. I like to have some eye-popping appeal to it. But yeah, I definitely like to capture visuals in like that way of like my like I guess interior design, you know, in my apartment.
Yeah,
so it's like it's like a playhouse, you know. It's an imagining of like it's just like a little kid's like a big kid's playroom, you know. I'm just like a fucking kid who makes beats
that's what being adult is about, and then you add eating cereal while you're doing that.
Right.
But I do have a question. Like, do you have like, because you do have like a strong following already, and do you get like, I don't know, proposals from like brands saying, can you promote whatever, like you know, like that little machine cloud thing that you have?
Yeah.
Like the moment I saw it, I bought it as well because I was like so fascinated by it. Like I feel like once you start making good content that's working in your field, like even if it's, you know, beats plus visuals, like you start getting, like you're saying, it's all advertising as well. You know, at the end of the day, you do want to make beats, but then you do want to have your name out there. And that's one of the things, just being consistent, and that's what you do best.
And yeah, and I think like it's really hard because being a beat maker, right, there's a lot of like mystery, and people want to have this kind of like enigma about themselves, and you don't want to be like, you don't want to come off as like a sellout or like any of that, you know, because it's like There's kind of just like the unspoken kind of machismo when it comes to being a beat maker. You want to like be very proud of your stuff. You don't want to even put your face out because you want the music to speak for itself, you know? But yeah, I think when it comes to like brand deals, like I've gotten offers, you know, I don't want to like, yeah, when people ask me about something on my table, I'll be like, yeah, that's where I got it from. But I don't ever want to reach out to brands for like deals and stuff unless it makes sense, you know, unless it goes hand in hand with what I'm doing. That just kind of seems like not the point of why I went into it in the first place, you know?
Absolutely. So go and step back. Like, do you have a musical family? Like, do you come from a long line of musicians? Like, what was where did you is it like one of those things where everyone in the family's like, holy shit, we didn't know you could make music? It was like out of nowhere, or how does that work?
Well, so I think growing up, I was always a very artistic kid. Like I was in advanced drawing classes. I've had pieces like of drawings that I made in high school that went to like the Houston Rodeo, like state fairs and stuff. And I think I kind of transitioned that later on in life where I didn't feel like I was a creative anymore, and I needed an outlet for it. And I was like, well, I like music, and I know about this app now that I can press buttons and make something cool, you know? And it kind of just like fell into that. Like I transitioned into that. But in terms of my family, no one really. But like I said earlier, I had cousins from Canada who were just super into hip hop. Like they wrote for blogs and they listened to records every day, and they like gave me, you know, the iRiver MP3 players back in the day.
Yeah.
They loaded one of those up for me before I left back to the States, and just had so much music from it, from like Tupac to like Star Trek, you know, we're in Pharrell's group, and like a bunch of NERD, like a bunch of older music. And yeah, really just put my ear onto a different kind of sound at an early age, you know?
Yeah. So do you have interest in messing with, are you into hardware? Like, are you mess with like an MPC 2000 or any of that type of shit?
Yeah, I'm dabbling, right? Like, so I'm dabbling now into like the MIDI finder, right? Which is more of a hardware than anything, right? But it's just kind of it's fun to play with, and it looks visually appealing also, because it's just like I don't really need it. But yeah, I want to dabble into hardware, but you know, I think that's what my niche is, right? It doesn't have to be in hardware.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to showcase also that the iPad is a very good option to make beats. Like it's super powerful, what you can do on an iPad or just even an iPhone. You've seen dudes in Sacramento, the dudes that do all the Flip a Beat Club, they be just doing whole sets on their iPhone, you know? That's what I kind of want to like bring more to the public eye, you know?
Absolutely.
And you know, everyone knows Madlib did it, you know, but it's like more so of a younger generation doesn't know that they can do that, you know?
Yeah. It's cool seeing the fact that the barrier to entry to be creative with music has been, and I want to say lowered, it's just been like removed. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of times if you want to get into music going back to the 90s and shit, you're in for a couple $1,000s, you know, and getting...
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this shit's hard to come by, like equipment. Like it's got to fall off the back of a truck oftentimes. Not saying I ever did that.
Yeah.
But, you know. But or you know, but now you could just be like, hey, because people will ask me too, like, hey, so and so, like my son wants to get into music, or I want to get into music, and I'm like, the first thing I tell them, no shit, is I'm like, download Koala. Yeah, it's a great place to start and find out if you even.
I've been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
No, the accessibility is insane nowadays. And nowadays you see these little iPad kids and they're just finger drumming their ass off, and like that's gonna just carry on. I feel like more so people are just gonna like, fuck it. Why do I need to like show off? Because I know that it also is like a thing where like all the machinery you have, the hardware you have is kind of like how serious you are as a producer, right? It kind of gives you like this kind of status, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But like, the music doesn't necessarily always speak for itself, you know? Like it could be lackluster, but you have all this equipment, you know?
Yeah.
Last point that he just made.
Yeah, it's a million dudes that got a garage that got $100,000 worth of shit in it, and their house is worth $60.
Right.
But isn't that the same with anything? Like photography, same thing, you know? Like you can have so much gear and do like very basic.
And that's why I like Koala, right? Because you're limited into the ideas you can have. Not necessarily anymore, but like I love the limited factor of it, right? Like, damn, I have to get real creative with this thing just to make something great, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of have it. You have to have it like all planned out when you go from your mind, and then you can basically do whatever you want on it. But it's about having it like up here and then being able to throw it on the pad. So. And
also like the way I approach. Oh, sorry, Lena. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just like that I have this system now where I don't have to do much, you know? Like I have Discords that I'm in that post samples all the time. I'll start off with a drum pattern, split screen the Discord, tap all the samples that people are linking. Like sometimes I'm not even digging, bro. Yeah. Like people ask me where you got that sample. I was like, dude, I got it from some kid who linked this sample on Discord, bro.
And hey, you know what, man? I really appreciate you saying that, because as the staunch old heads and then the stuck in their way guys who they needed to come off of vinyl, they needed to come from this place, this source or whatever. and everything has to be in this regimented way. That's how you get ran over by technology.
But I can come off conflicting at that point, right? Because it's like it's all about tradition, right? In hip hop, they want you to do it this way. They want you to go to the record store and dig for samples, which I respect, right? But goddamn, we're in a generation where everything's at our hands, bro. Why do you got to do more work, for no reason?
I've always said, lazy, I think the end result is the most important. Nobody gives a fuck how you got it or how you came up with it. As long as the shit is dope, it sounds good to the ear, and it's appealing, nobody cares.
Right.
And that's why I'm not tripping. Like, people ask me, even if a sample, I'm like, dude, if I knew the sample, I'll tell you. If I told you where I got this, like, if it was from Splice, I'll tell you where I got it from Splice with the drum sounds, whatever. Like, I don't really care about all that. The gatekeeping stuff is the stuff that, like, kind of inhibited me from getting into the game is the way I wanted. So I know that not everybody fucked with what I was doing,
Right.
Yeah. So I had to like really just put myself on my own little like niche, kind of like my own lane,
Ambient Zombie says the worst drummers have the biggest kits. Couldn't be more accurate, dude.
I know a couple of people, I ain't calling nobody out. They will use 5 different pieces of equipment to make a loop ass beat. And and you just look, and I'm just like, all right, cool, with Sage burning in the background.
Right, man.
You're just mad because you want my NPC, man. You gotta talk like that about me.
I'm glad you brought up.
What would you say? What would be the best way? Like, what would be like the most ideal hardware to get into right now? You think?
Koala.
Honestly. No, I think he means like something to hold,
actual
like,
physical piece. Yeah.
I'd say machine.
That's why I say machine.
Machine.
Easy as shit.
Machine.
Yeah. And they already have the preloaded kits and everything, right?
Yeah.
It comes with enough. It comes with enough stuff that if you're just halfway creative, you can put a dent into something real quick. You just take the dedication to learn that shit. But yeah, machine would probably be the easiest. The barrier entry is $300 and your laptop. So like,
I mean, I did try MPC Live, like on Tigre's MPC Live. I played a little bit and I tried to create the first beat. It is pretty easy. Like, once you understand what basics are, I was like playing with it for like half an hour and I was getting, in control of what's happening. So, and it's also like very cute and powerful, like you can do so much with so little, it feels like. And yeah, so I don't know. I feel like MPC Live, like for me, who has never done beats, like I feel like that was kind of easy. So that's what my question was. I was like, did you find it hard to create your first beat on Koala or no?
Oh yeah, super hard. I didn't even know how to mix at that point, right? I wasn't really mixing it. I wasn't even tweaking with sounds like that at all. And that's the thing about music, like it's super technical and there's so much terminology and like I didn't really want to learn all that, I'm sorry. I was like, damn, isn't that much to know? Like I still want to learn music theory. That's something I'm definitely gonna learn, but like it's just like, yeah, I didn't even know. Like I remember when Koala launched, I mean this is embarrassing to say, I don't mind it though. When Koala launched like the 3-band EQ, I was like, I hit up Telly McLean. I was like, bro, what the fuck does EQ do actually? And he's like, bro, are you serious? It's just mixing, bro. It's just general mixing.
Yeah.
But that's real shit though, because it's like now it's like you can get into something and carry it along long enough until you have to learn these other little details, and this shit is no different. And I'm still by far not even close to where I want to be, because I think I'm making music that I can make, and now I'm getting closer to music that I like to make and listen to unironically. But like at first, I was just making beats that I could make, like I was limited. I didn't know what else I could do, Chopping samples was fun, but like sometimes I just didn't know how to mix it properly, or just like I don't know, come up with. Sometimes I'd get in my head like I couldn't come up with something that I liked, and I was like, damn, I might just selling out and just making something that other people might like, but I don't. But nowadays, I feel like I worked really hard to get to the point where I like the music that I make now.
No, I think. Go ahead. I was gonna say, I think everybody has a point where, like, and we've talked about that on here before. I think everybody starts out trying to emulate some shit that they know or familiar with, or someone that they like, or a sound, or whatever it is, and then kind of build off of that. Like, I know a lot of people that I've talked to, they said that they started out, myself included, you remake some shit that somebody else already made, something that all the pieces of, and then obviously it sounds different than the original, but that's kind of the point. It's like you figuring out like, oh shit, this is this sample, let me do it this way. Oh shit, I learned this technique in the process of it, and then you're able to apply that type of feel and thing to your own and build off of that. So yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I used to try to revert. I used to try to reverse engineer like knowledge beats and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The kick patterns, like the off the grid swing on it. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
how do I
his
even
shit
like
is-
emulate that shit? You know?
No, his shit is Jedi level. Like when you can dedicate the time, and he's getting the knowledge from the cast that he's around. When you guys started producing, what song did you remake? Or did you try to remake?
I remember mine.
I think I tried to do. I think I copied some drum patterns off of "Yesterday" by Jay Dilla, and just like a lot of the shaker usage that Madlib and Jay Dilla would use, like a lot of shaker kind of like cadences and patterns for sure.
That's a good question. It's interesting to hear about that. Like I like that. Like who did you first emulate?
No, I remember mine. Mine is it's a Ninth Wonder beat called Hadizzle. It's like that's the one that it goes by a lot. It's a Billy Paul sample. I remade that shit. It's super choppy, but it taught me a lot of FL. Like that's kind of how I learned a lot of FL was doing that.
Yeah, see that's that type of shit. That right there. My beat was I later revisited because I when I first heard of
was it the commercial for Fruit Loops?
That was Dino Bites.
Dino Bites.
Dino Bites.
A pound bag of Dino Bites.
No, it was I downloaded from Napster, the original Slum Village. So I had that shit. So the Dilla produced from like Water for Chocolate. That
oh yeah,
Thelonious or Knack Champ.
No,
he did mostly the whole damn album on.
Yeah, he did a lot of that. So that I need a track.
What's the first song on there?
Hot
the first
Shit?
song, Ferris, Hot Shit.
Oh
Hot
yeah.
Shit.
Oh, that shit is so dope.
Yeah, I did Hot Shit, and then I revisited Fall in Love. I redid that.
I think everybody's remade that shit.
I did. It wasn't. It just. I don't know. No matter how tight the loop was, it just wasn't like that feel. Running it through anything.
I was trying to make some fake ass Timbaland beats back in the day from the first album. That's what I was doing. I remember this first sample that I actually flipped and messed with was Aerosmith's "Sweet Emotion." That was the first sample I ever messed with.
That's crazy.
I think unintentionally, like being born in the '90s and growing up on like Kanye and Pharrell, a lot of my kicks and groove patterns are definitely inspired by Pharrell. With like someone like the hard hitting kick sounds and the way I kind of present kicks, definitely Kanye inspired.
Yeah.
And I think that not many people talk about like Kanye's drums are smacking, bro.
They're amazing.
Smacking.
Yeah. Most of my shit, I didn't emulate it first, man, and that was my problem because I wasn't like there was things I just kind of went for shit and didn't fully understand. But when I first sat down and started reverse engineering beats, it does help you like grow exponentially. One of my favorites, though, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't remember the fucking name of it, but it's from LP. It's that classic drum pattern that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
anybody on it?
I block out anything LP. So
Do you? Thank you. I have a very unpopular opinion about
like
that.
I love. Remember back in the day, he was beefing. Wasn't with Copyright, I think.
Oh, maybe.
There was something like that. I love that
She was beefing with everybody
some of
back then.
Yeah,
but this is I'm going back to the Company Flow days. Yeah, this is way back. This is like '98 or something like that. There was a tape they put out. Fun Crusher. Was it called Fun Crusher?
Yeah, Fun Crusher Plus.
Yeah.
He had an amazing track on there that I really liked. And then there was also that what's that one? Sticks and stones may break your bones. I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by sticks or carried by 6. Oh shit! Murder.
That's
that?
Fuck. Who was that? Dun dun.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah,
I was trying to do those all the fucking time.
That. Yeah, that shit is dope. Al looked like the I saw fucking old pictures. Al looks like the kid from American History X. You know the brother,
Holy
Edward Norton's brother. Yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
look just like that motherfucker from like all
Edward
of the
Furlong?
older pictures.
Hold on a second. There we go.
Oh shit!
Oops.
You uploaded
what about
that
you
fucking
guys, though?
picture.
How long have y'all been like roughly producing for?
I started in '98.
I started in 97. I had my first studio in 99. That's when I got my first studio. The first real studio was like 2005 or 6. We had a studio here
And
in
how
Chicago.
were communities like that back then? Like it was definitely more in person for sure, right?
Well,
it
Yeah,
was
the
in
internet
person.
didn't exist, so yeah. Go ahead, y'all tell us.
back in
the
our
grandfathers talk
They,
now.
they deliver shit by parcel. You know that Wells Fargo shit with the cart and the carriage and all. That's how they did it. They churn their own butter and then they press their own CD. Go ahead, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Nah, you know how it was like back then. It was way regional and way clicky. So it was like people who were heads who knew hip hop. I mean, it was down to like how people dressed completely. Like you could see somebody if they had Timberlands on or like a bubble vest or something, like a full identifier, you would beeline to that person like, hey, do you read the source? All right, what's up with you?
You needed a cosign, huh?
Yeah, or just somebody, because there wasn't a lot of hip hop heads like it is now, like where you can just go anywhere. You can go in the Gap and listen to hip hop. Gap back then was still playing pop music and shit, Celine Dion or something. So like, but it was very clicky, and it was only like through word of mouth you get to like this special event that was only on Thursdays, the third Thursday every month. Everybody showed up to that type of shit. So it wasn't.
Who would you say like the pioneers were around that time to like break the walls and make it more mainstream of like even like the gutter kind of boom bap shit, or even lo-fi if you want to call it that?
There wasn't. You mean for like inclusion, like getting everybody in?
Yeah, we know that DiBiase did it. He did his thing. People like that.
I think the first thing was OK Player, and then Spit Kicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Undergroundhiphop.com too.
Yeah, Underground.
That was my first
foray
boys in the forum. Yeah, two dope boys. Yeah.
Two dope
and like
boys.
Dat Piff,
Two Dope Boys, School of Hard Knocks.
I think undergroundhiphop.com would be the one. I mean, because Ninth Wonder was on there. The Marco Polo was always on there. This was before they blew up the way they did.
Is that Slop Site? What was Slop Site?
I think he was a part of it. I know he was on there, but I don't know if that was his.
I don't know either.
Well,
but you know what did a lot of work for getting people into production that I maybe weren't before was YouTube. Just people like Rhythm Roulette and like people posting videos to kind of get a behind the scenes.
Jaisu. That was a big. Yeah, Jaisu was a dude overseas, and he had like some of the real popular beat videos that were on YouTube. Like Black Milk was doing pretty big beat videos. Kev Brown was doing the beat videos.
Kev Brown was proficient or prevalent. He was big.
Yeah.
Being able to get like a glimpse into their process is, I think, huge for people to move from like immobility to like absolute
to doing something.
I think Rhythm Roulette was the first. That was the first really like get into the studio and see how these guys do it. Like those original Rhythm
you didn't
Roulettes.
see how nobody. The first time I saw somebody really chop, like I saw a video like over Dilla's shoulder type shit, but it wasn't it. And Pharrell similarly, he was working chops. But those are like the only things you saw. You never saw somebody like actually like workshop it. DJBooth.net, yes. DJBooth.net.
That one's big. What was the other one? I think it was called Behind the Beats, if I'm not mistaken. That was the one where they would sit down with a producer and they would show their whole process. And it was like they had a DVD, and every like episode or whatever the fuck was for each producer. So they would get somebody in, and you would watch their whole process from beginning to end of the making shit, and then they got like all of the bigger producers on. It was
what didn't Premiere do one of those?
If I'm not mistaken, Pete Rock did one. They did one. There was a lot of them. Like they did bigger producers, smaller producers. It was all over the place. They did a lot of dope shit, man. So I would definitely credit them as well. But as far as who started it, OK Player and Underground Hip Hop, it has to be between those two. Like,
see, that's the thing, right? There's always been some kind of like underground fascination of the beat maker itself, right? The person behind the music, right? Like people love beat videos. They like to see the process. They like seeing people cook up because it inspires them to maybe do that same shit.
Yeah,
I kind of like the way that I know Knowledge does them on Twitch. But I like the way he does it where he's not necessarily showing his screen, but he'll show you his process from beginning to end. Because his thing was he didn't want people like copying him, seeing what plugins and just stealing his entire process. That's like one of the things that I've noticed with.
Well, that's why I kind of gravitated more towards like Kenny Beach streams, because he was showing everything and he was being very upfront.
Yeah, he's good too. Yeah. He's real good.
Doesn't Stolen Gems does the same thing? Like, kind of shows the whole process from beginning to end. Like he does like 4-5 hour streams sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
Crazy.
those things are like so much more normal now than they ever were.
Yeah,
like
not during that time.
People back in the day, it's like they hoarded all the information, and like you only had relationships if you were on a blog or in the RC chat or something like that, or some chat room in AOL or some crazy. Then OK Player, their forums, everybody was in their forums, like literally.
You know who else had forums that I just thought of? What the fuck is the name? Kanye to the Kanye. Yeah, that was a really big one.
Oh, I know
that one was a really big one during that time period.
ATT, yeah, they were popular. Elena, what about you though? What got you into music? Because I know you're very interesting. I don't know, like I was like, oh, who's this white girl that followed me? But she like really fucks with hip hop, like really fucks with this hip hop shit. What about you? How'd you get into it?
It was a combination of everything. I think just meeting people online and just finding I was listening to Stolen Drums a lot, like crazy a lot. I would just put his beats on my iPad and like edit photos and stuff. And then I started like just following guys around, and one thing led to another, and somehow I'm on the Beatcast. I'm just nodding, inviting people.
No, yeah, I'm trying to normalize the more female dynamic or demographic for like hip hop, like lo-fi. Women love beats. All they do is post beats on their like little trendy videos on Instagram, but it's like they need to really listen to it and like get involved in that scene, And that's why I want to do that too, because like I did shows here in El Paso, and I'm like, I would consider myself more of a socialite in general. Like I like to go out and have fun. I meet a lot of people, and a lot of girls and guys that I meet, they like wouldn't necessarily like the shit that I make. And then they start coming to like shows, like hip hop shit that I do, and like they see my Instagram, they see like the following that I have, and like the community of like people who do the same thing. They really fuck with it, dude. It's like I'm trying to make that more mainstream as well. If that's like any kind of goal I can do, is make that kind of shit more mainstream.
No, I really tried. Like I started listening to a bunch of different stuff, and I feel like the more I listen, the more I understand what's going on. Like I can hear, like even like I don't listen to music that I used to listen like 2 years ago. I can't anymore because I'm like, this is garbage.
Your ears,
and like right now, I like hear like a cool
word.
beat.
You said ears progress. Yeah. Does that apply for say like a 311 fan or like a who'd you go see?
Oh, he's big. Oh, he's roasting fucking RTC.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a huge Limp Bizkit fan, and he's still holding on to it.
Well, I'm a forever Avril Lavigne fan. Like I'll go to have every single fucking concert.
He
like
is
not
too.
Necessarily.
Show your tattoo.
No, I broke my ankle in a mosh pit at a Limp Bizkit show. So I'll be real.
Well, Limp Bizkit was kind of rapping, no? He was kind of spitting at times, no?
That's Fred Durst.
They were big. They were big in Europe, like so big.
Yo, also was spitting, and also my first ever CD that I bought at Barnes & Noble was the Meteora by Linkin Park. Linkin Park was spitting back in the day. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. And then they did the collab album with Jay-Z, which is pretty good crossover.
The only thing I know about Linkin, the only thing I know about Fred Durst or what was whatever the band was again. I already fucking forgot.
Come on, you know all their names.
Limp Bizkit,
right?
Limp Bizkit. Mir
like
did their
have
cover.
A poster.
Mir One did their cover from.
Did he really?
Yes, he did, which was fucking amazing.
Wow.
Mir One's a legendary graffiti artist from LA, from CBS. Just a phenomenal Cali Bomb Squad graffiti writer, still around to this day. But moving into the future, before we get into these beats, what's next for Impreshn? Like, what do you have coming up? Things that we can look for. What's the next goal?
Well, for me, like personally, I'm like doing a little more traveling here, so I'm actually going to Japan next month.
Nice.
Which I'm gonna just be making some dope content there. I'm starting at some like random Airbnbs with some guy named Hyde. And I'm just gonna be traveling Tokyo. I know some people that are in Tokyo and like Osaka that I'm gonna meet up with.
Nice.
Just kind of get more culture. I want to expand my ear, like I'm saying earlier. I want to progress my ear. Maybe like venture out into some more house music, more just like technicality. I want to get better at making music, and that's all I want to do is just get better, But I also want to live life at the same time, and I think that's why I'm like caught in the middle of that, right?
Yeah. Very cool, man. That's awesome. I'll have to,
I think more so, I guess what you're asking is like, I do want to start making music with artists at some point. And I know I had this weird kind of stuck up mentality of like, I told you that I rap before, right? So sometimes I hear rappers and I'm like, yo, if this dude doesn't have better bars than me or he can't rap better than me, I don't think I want to give him my beat, you know? And that's kind of selfish. It's kind of selfish.
That's already setting up for that's a setup right there.
No, but that'll be the quality. Like that's a testament to like what you'll put out. If you have like a fucking high standard for what you're trying to set up, then when you actually put together a product with, you know, rappers and other artists and shit, it's gonna be top tier. So
well, because like Jay Electronica is like multiple of my videos, and I'm like, yo, let me just send you something, bro.
Now
like,
you know Jay Electronica makes 6 songs every 25 years. So fucking good luck.
Yeah. Give you your best beats; those will disappear.
Big fish. You gotta aim high. Willis.
That's true.
But you want a big fish that swims, because that dude never puts out music. You know what I mean? Like you need one that
but when he does, it's such a spectacle.
It's the weather changes when he does, yeah. But it just almost never happens.
No, it's a timestamp. It's a timestamp in hip hop whenever Jay drops.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. So typically, let's get into some of the beats. So you get the idea. Like we put the sample out there. Everybody grabs that sample. What did you guys think of the sample from this particular pool?
First off, like you picked the perfect sample. I mean, that's what this, because you asked me, you're like, you think this is gonna work? You know, because you hadn't done it before.
Yeah.
And like it literally checked off all the boxes. You know, it was funky, soulful, had just pieces you could use, and
it wasn't difficult at all.
No, it's like what you want to drop a needle on is exactly what you pulled.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. Like, you know, I pulled the record deliberately and then grabbed the track by random is the way that I did it. And I was down at Central Records. Shout out to Central Records in Phoenix, Arizona. They'll never watch this, but not a sponsor. But found that record. I was like, this looks like it's pretty good, you know, and brought it home. So it did have a lot of, like, you know, track that ended up. As I listened through the rest of the record, you could have really picked anything. It's a good record, you know.
Yeah, it's a good upbeat, funky. The feel for it.
And real quick, Sam Drumlow pointed out. I wanted to point out earlier your shirt and your hat, man. Al.
Oh yeah,
that shit's dope.
Sorry, I don't always do this where I'm self-repping, but this time around I just got these tests in, so I wanted to throw them on. Shout out to the cats that already ordered some. You can get them at the link in my bio on IG if you do want one. The cool thing about this is this was done, speaking of Japan, by a cat that's in Japan. His name is it's Yamamoto Shigetomo, and he created this for me. So I threw this on. This is an embroidered hat. So if you want these, you can get them on my IG, and it's a good time, good fun times. So
you're so awesome.
Thanks, man. So before we get any deeper into this, as always, let's hear a word from our sponsor. The Beatcast is brought to you in part by Mixwell Worldwide, the turntable and lifestyle brand going strong since 1997. Patreon. Our patrons directly support the Beatcast. Choose a tier that works best for you and receive items like merch, exclusive sample packs, as well as a direct shout out in our live shows. Patreon.com/The Beatcast. Picking up some new equipment. A portion of anything you purchase through our Resounds affiliate link, located on our website at thebeatcast.com, will directly go to support the Beatcast project. Of course, that sample pack has been available since April 3rd, so you guys can grab that at any time. And the new one is posting next month, the new sample pack. So more will be out about that soon enough.
Yep, we're just wrapping that one up. Tape will be curating that one for y'all, and we'll have more info.
Oh, is he curating that? Curating that? Yeah. That's cool.
He is, yes, sir.
Those that don't know, should we disclaimer that the Tape is formerly known as John Sandoval?
Right. Yeah, Tape is John. The Atomic Peace Ensemble is.
That's a really dope name.
It is. It is. Name. Yeah,
I love how because his images are the 45, and he's got the tape, the TAP, and it says peace on. Sorry,
I think he should start wearing like dashikis and like some shit.
Yeah,
with beads and stuff.
Full Lenny Kravitz.
Because he got to like pull that full 1968, 75.
But it has to have a Latin flavor to it, though, man. It's got to look like a Santana album cover, you know.
Weather Report.
I mean, having a look having a look can be corny, but a little get up nowadays in my beat videos, I'll put on like the little Japanese hat or the cowboy hat just to be a little character, you know?
Live life.
You gotta stand out, man.
I'll do my shows in like a hat, a cowboy hat, just because I'm from Texas, you know, just whatever, dude.
You do what you want.
I don't think of it too seriously. But it's fun. It's fun. I think people like. I know there's a mistake, like having like a not like an image, like not a look. You know, MF do more than mask. Like you want to be a mysterious figure. You can also have that element of just like being like a character. You know, like Kilroy. You know Kilroy.
Yeah.
That dude's the character. He's a character. He's like a very Adult Swim kind of vibe. You know, everything about his videos are like Adult Swim like.
No, I'm wearing kente cloth from now on. I'm just wearing full kente cloth the whole way.
I thought the turtleneck did you justice. That's
your turtleneck with kente cloth. That just
you got that high school counselor shit going on right now.
Step into my office.
Like, look here, Devin. You
got that
focus on your GED, my brother. You know
that turtleneck on where you're about to meet your girlfriend's son. Introduces.
No, I'm not your uncle.
We ain't related or nothing, but you know, I gotta have a talk.
You know.
Where you guys all from, by the way? Can I ask?
Oh yeah. I'm from originally I'm from California. I'm from the Bay Area, but I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona.
You can't tell by how hyphy he is right now.
Super hyphy.
Super hyphy.
Yeah.
I'm in the Phoenix area too.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all link up a lot or what?
We used to.
They're actually all three of them are in a different room in the same house. That's why if you notice, like the color is slightly different. That's what that's about.
The little bit of the echo. What's funny is though is I probably saw Al before I really knew him a lot more back in the day in the scene than I haven't seen him at all now.
Oh damn! I'm about to start like a little hash. I'm hashing out a little beef over here. They're like, oh
yeah,
you didn't come to my birthday, bro.
I didn't want to.
Phoenix is just so big, man.
We all met in Phoenix, and so the little history of the Beatcast. The Beatcast in its first iteration was it went by another name, and through that first season, it was just like the homies from the hip hop scene in Arizona who had gotten together and still producing and whatnot. So it gave us something to do while we were semi sort of locked down or whatever. So we banded together, but it's birthed in that scene. So you're gonna find a lot of Arizona cats that are commenting that are Beathawks.
Yeah, just so happens to be out of Phoenix. It is what it is. But quickly, because of the fact that it was an online thing, it just kind of went everywhere. And now it's literally global. It's like all over the fucking world, which is really cool.
Nah, me and the homies in real life, I hope to meet all of y'all at some point. But no, it's the best, bro, because you literally feel like home, dude. These dudes do the same thing you do. They come from the same core of hip hop that you do. And even if there's age gaps, it's just the music that brings us together. And I love that shit so much.
Yeah. All right, cool shit. Let's dive into it with our first beat.
And the beats.
Is this rhyming on a beat?
No, I'll tell you.
You know they all look alike.
This is VJ Retro.
That's dope.
Nice, man.
That was dope.
That's a first submission for him too. I don't think he's participated yet. So, welcome.
That camera angle is undefeated, bro. That is the perfect producer beat vid camera angle, bro.
Right.
Show the setup. Show the side profile. You don't get be incognito a little bit.
Absolutely.
Finding the right camera angle is tough for a big guy like me. It's like, where can I put it where it shows all my equipment and I don't look like a fat ass too? You know?
Oh yeah, do all low angles.
I like that beat. I like the beat. I wish there was more variations in the chops at some point.
Yeah.
But the drum pattern was chill. It's fine.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, you get into the loop aspect. It can sometimes get hard to get out of it, but adding some variation there might give you a lot of depth and stuff. Shout out to these subs, by the way. As you guys know, if we reach our sub goal, we'll go ahead and play all the beats. Otherwise, we just play like a random selection. You'll see down at the bottom, we're almost there. Our sub goal this week is just 40, and you can gift subs if you have a Prime account. You can subscribe for free. You already have a subscription. You just subscribe with your Prime account, and you're good. Don't give the $5 that Jeff says. He's going to take it regardless, so don't give it to Jeff. Give it to the Beatcast. So shout out to Messi for gifting a sub, to Tatsumaki, and Sam Drumlow gifted a sub as well to Ellen Fines. Ellen, you weren't subbed. Interesting.
You did this.
Get kicked out.
Whatever.
She's like, thank God. Throws her headphones up. Let's keep it running.
In time, Eddie. Piece of cake, Lieutenant. No thanks. I just ate.
Just little treasures.
Treasures?
Yeah, little treasures.
I don't see how some folks could be. 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 Brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me now. Tell me now. Tell me now. Tell me.
Doctor says that too much caffeine makes me edgy.
That shit, that sounded like a car that weighs 6 tons. That shit, all them heavy ass cars from the fucking 70s, that's exactly what that shit sounded like. That was dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I love about the visual aspect of that. It's like reimagining a scene of a movie or an intro of a show.
Yeah.
Your own music is my kind of shit. You know, it's like, I always love to dabble in scores. I mean, there's so many
Man,
artists.
you'll love RTC shit with all of the movement. Man, when we get to his, you'll see, man. It's gonna be fucking dope.
We won't see Delvons though. Unfortunately.
It's the wrong format. It's the wrong format. It won't play.
It's so weird.
It won't decrypt. We're not sure it's encrypted. We don't know what's
Must
happening.
be an encoder issue. I'm not sure. Let's keep it running. Oops, I just skipped into this one on accident. There we go. That's good.
With my brand new night in bed. 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 Wait a minute, the doorbell's ring. Let me get the bell. Wait a minute, the doorbell. Wait a minute, the doorbell. Wait a minute, the doorbell's ring. Let me get the bell.
Nice.
Not the eagle. Not the eagle sound at the end.
It's a hawk.
Let's go, brother.
Alan, so another
Oh,
thing
yeah, that's
to
your drop.
us is that we have a mascot, and it's a hawk, and so we're all beat hawks.
But the sound we choose for the hawk is the wrong sound. We just use it anyways. You know what? Messi's always coming with it. I like that change up too. That change up was the shit. because you kind of gets you ready to just, you think that's going to be it. I love it when people throw a little something extra in there like that. But I'm liking the fact that everyone's going with an up tempo approach with this one too. They really shot it the other direction, so that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's nice because it's got those stacked sounding horns. I mean, that's like the shit that back in the day we were digging for that shit. Like that's the type of stuff you want to get. All that was so.
Wait until the RTC's beat comes up. It's probably going to be super creepy.
You know what? I don't know if I saw RTC's in the folder either. I wonder if there's a. Did you submitted it?
I did.
Okay, I'll check. I could be lying to you though. I could be.
Eventually, nobody,
in there, right?
nobody from here, nobody from here will have it anyway.
Yeah.
It'll just be community driven, but paid community driven.
All of a sudden, Ellen has a video.
You should do one eventually, Ellen. That would be cool. I know you did something one time on.
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
Oh, she's not gonna work.
This is Flat Moon Music. Nice, man.
That shit. That was like.
Hey, Elena, that's gonna be you in 30 years, huh?
Yeah.
Be 60 when you old.
Just getting groovy, fucking snapping the hip.
Yeah, like 15 years probably, not even 30.
Damn.
Well, no, that she said 60. It was a birthday, no? So 30 years.
I'm saying.
Oh, was it?
The balloon said 60, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we
Real quick.
Maybe 60 represents something else for her.
Can we see that?
It's like maybe 60 lovers she had or something.
Delvon, that's the
Show it.
screen, the success screen when you put your. No, it doesn't show.
Motherfucker, I took screenshots just to, when I uploaded it this time, I took screenshots of it in progress and after progress.
I'm glad you brought that up too. He said, "Is there a problem with upload?" I think he meant with uploading a beat from the phone. No.
Yeah,
there's not.
no, I
do
don't
it all
know.
the time.
Is there?
No, there's not. But what you got to do is you'll see a bar go up the thing and then it finishes, right? So if you exit from there, it won't go in. You got to hit submit because it uploads it, then you submit it. Why is it two pieces? I don't know. I don't know anything about anything, but that's what it does. So you just have to wait till the bar uploads and then hit submit. But it's all good. I think.
Hey, there's something wrong with our subs not going up.
Is everything broken? Everything's broken? No,
I don't know.
36.
They gifted a bunch of them after the 36 and it's not going up.
Nah, everybody. Remember, everything works. Al says it works. So that, that means that
Just trust me.
fucking Mr. American History X, he got it. You know what I mean? It means it works.
You just forgot every time that Delvon bitches, it takes a sub away.
And an angel gets his wings. Yeah. No, we started at 33.
A young kid gets a beat.
Oh shit!
No. It's good. It's working. It went from 33. Sam Drumlow subbed one. It went to 34. It's counting them. It's mathematically working out. Then 35. Then we went to 36. I think we should now be at 30.
I tried, you guys.
It's mathematically in our favor, working right.
It's your guys' eyeballs that are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You guys check your fucking eyeballs, kid.
No, you got to be like, are you on an Android or are you on an iPhone?
There you go. Yeah, start being a hater.
Yeah,
just
you
fucking
should run an
eliminate the audience. There you go.
Just poof, it goes to 0. Let's keep it running.
But no, I really liked that last beat, though.
Yeah, really good. Also, that was his first submission to the Beatcast.
That was
that
really
last
good,
one?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we didn't really talk about the beat. It was really good.
Yeah, it's true. The beat was
That
the
was some
shit.
beat. That was some
The
beat
beat was
conductor
nice.
shit right there. That shit was dope.
You got to give them the welcome. There's 2 cats that are new to the Beatcast. Let's give them the welcome. Welcome to the Beatcast. Fucking good approaches too from your first submission, and Hope you keep submitting, man. Again, with the up-tempo stuff, too. Everybody's going the up-tempo route.
Super groovy.
Mm-hmm. Go, Leslie.
That's the reason you had your wife laying in my bed last week. Like, the neighbors told me when I went to Philadelphia, she was here the whole weekend. Now, just tell me something. You've been married to her, been shacking with me. Who you feel you cheating on? I don't feel like I'm cheating on nobody, man. Wait a minute, the doorbell's ring. Let me get the bell. Well, do say right on time. This is Jody again. What do you want? My husband. Well, you're not that. Oh, I'll take it with you. I know what you're gonna take. You're gonna take a good egg kicking if you don't get out of my house. Well, I brought some here. I'm ready for yours. Tell me. Let me tell you something. Tell me. I want both of y'all out the house. I don't want to see none of you no more. And I want to tell you something further this time. You understand me? I want to ask you something. Tell me how do you feel knowing he's my man? And the love he's giving you is weak and secondhand. Weak and secondhand.
God damn.
I love the drum pattern on that. The way it's
That
sequencing
shit
it.
was, man, that shit was dope.
Were the vocals part of the sample?
Yeah.
That was crazy then.
Yeah, the way he used it, brought it in towards the end, too. It's really fucking cool. I dug that.
Yeah.
One thing
even
we'd like to
funnier,
do
like-
that we never do is play the sample for the guests.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could hear the sample, but now I
We
pretty
got
much
into
get
the
it.
habit of not doing it.
Yeah, because of copyright issues. When we play it into the thing, it causes... We get, like, a copyright claim, and it's a fucking nightmare on the... Also, we got to be careful with that with the videos. I had one of those happen with, like... I think it was Phil Spector used something we had to, like, blur the whole
that
thing
piece
out.
of shit.
That son of a biscuit. But I made it work. I just blurred it. But we could
No,
send
I
it
could
to
have. I could have done some due diligence and like listen to the sample beforehand on my own
Yeah,
accord.
maybe you could have fucking looked it up. No.
hey, do a little something over here.
Fucking come on, man.
How you fucking doing? How you making your mother cry over here?
You're going
Sitting downstairs drinking that beer, you know, you should have.
Come on.
No, but I mean,
It
not
was
the end.
508 dose.
I just resubmitted. Is that her saying stay off her man?
Nice.
That shit was dope.
What game was that, or what show was that?
That
What was
is Street Fighter 6.
really.
Is it?
Yeah. Man, I never mind. I can't talk about it. Anyway, we'll talk about it again when I'm allowed to talk about it. I signed
What
an
is
NDA.
What do y'all thought about how Street Fighter is so synonymous with like lo-fi beat making?
Isn't that wild?
Nah, okay, I can talk about that. That shit is dope, especially how like Knowledge was a big fan of it and kept talking about wanting to do music for it. And then when they did that collection not too long ago, they reached out to him, and then
That was
he
sick.
got to do the music for it. That was fucking dope, man.
But you know that shit's gonna
Okay.
happen though now, because like the creative directors are hip hop heads or hip hop kids, so they're gonna be looking.
I think it's like the
for
gaming
that.
thing with the music thing. Like, especially, I don't know, Capcom has always been pretty fucking good at doing
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? So the fact that that guy has always done like game music, and then they came in, you know, he was able to like basically manifest that shit into reality. That is just fucking dope.
He's definitely gonna get a GTA radio station for sure, right? That's
Oh
also
yeah,
something that's-
yeah, no doubt.
There's something about, like, you know, because gaming can be kind of a technically, I don't know, it's just a technical thing. You know what I mean? It's a lot of, like, you have to, a lot of hand-eye coordination, and it's an all-encompassing thing. It's visual, it's audio. at the same time.
What do you think like the 8-bit sound like falls under? Is that lo-fi? You just call it lo-fi?
Like that chiptune type shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would fall. Well, chiptune is a category of music or whatever, but if you had to like put it under something, I'd say lo-fi.
I think everything just gets lumped into lo-fi. It's just
It's
easy. For everyone
It's
to throw
easy
it in
to
there.
classify. It's like smooth jazz. It's like
I just use it for my hashtag because I know it's gonna pop some shit up.
Right, exactly. Somebody follows it, and that's what they're gonna listen to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We had,
but
Mega
anything
Ran
that
on the
sounds, yeah. And Mega Ran was actually signed to Capcom. He was the first rapper to sign for.
He has a licensing deal with them, so like he's like able to use other shit because of the Mega Man thing, which is really cool. It's cool that they do that. They like reach out and like connect with artists and shit. But I feel like he was talking a bit about that too. He asked on the show when he came on, like, what do you guys think about this lo-fi shit? Like how they lump everything to lo-fi. I can't remember what his opinion was, but 8-bit because of the era and the 16-bit thing, I think it's lumped into lo-fi just because of the fact that it's a lower bit rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just by
I
nature.
think so too.
Yeah.
Real quick question about him. When do you know, like around the time when he signed or did his deal with Capcom? Do y'all happen to know that?
I don't.
Because I know there's like a rare ass Marvel vs. Capcom 2 vinyl, like on wax, and it was like a mixtape album type thing, and they had like a bunch of different artists that worked on it, and I was curious if maybe it was like around that time, because that shit is like it's like something that's real well known in the community if you know about it, but they didn't make too many of them, so I was just curious.
I think it goes way back with him though, because wasn't he in like a Netflix thing with a song he did he had like Capcom songs in it or sounds in it? Yeah. And that
so talking about knowledge?
No, their boy Mega Ran.
Yeah, Mega Ran. I want to say it's like back to like 2015 or something. 2016.
The shit I'm talking about is definitely before that, but no, that's dope that he was able to do that type of shit.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, that is a good point, like how that is synonymous with lo-fi, especially Street Fighter specifically. It's just, with Evo and that whole competition they got going with Street Fighter, it's just like those cats, especially the LA heads, are just in there with each other. You know what I mean? It's like one and the same.
Well, and it also helps. Knowledge is nice as fuck at Street Fighter. Like if you ever seen him play it, that dude, he be whooping people. Yeah, he does tournaments. He be whooping people's ass online. Like that dude is good at it. So
so my last tape was called MIDI Fighter because like I made primarily most of them on the MIDI Fighter, right? Which is also kind of like
it's like a
video game, right? And it just kind of went hand in hand in that sense. But yeah, it's dope.
Because those are the even the fucking switches on the MIDI Fighter. Those are the Sanwa buttons, right? If I'm not
literally,
mistaken.
yeah. Same feel and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to talk shit, but if anybody wants these hands at Street Fighter, I got you.
I'm a Tekken guy myself, man.
I'm good at both, so you let me know.
Interesting.
What happened to Soul Calibur, dude? What happened to that?
That was a dope game.
I was playing number 2 the other night. Like I fucking modded my original Xbox, so yeah. I'm on some loser shit. It don't matter. I don't care.
Let's keep it running. This is Sticky Hand.
Damn, that was sick.
Shit.
Yeah,
that second sequence, that last sequence was hard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that might be my favorite one so far.
That's what I was just about to say.
Fucking Sticky Hands is consistent as hell too. Like every time that cat,
Yeah, he makes some
puts in
dope shit.
something, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Really good. Shout out to Sticky Hands. Let's keep it running. It's D0. Nice.
Damn, D0's killing it on that machine, man.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
man.
D0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, a lot of slower ones lately, those are good. I like that.
Nah, man. That
Yeah,
shit
we're
was
getting like a
dope.
variety here. Hey, we reached our goal too. Thank you guys for doing that. Appreciate that. Danny Apples submitted a gift to somebody out here. To Good Game. Got a subscription. And we have an anonymous subscriber too who gifted one. So thank you for doing that. Appreciate that. They're 40. That directly helps support the Beatcast. We really appreciate that. Yeah, man. D0, we always talk about it every time his beats pop up. That thing is notoriously difficult to make beats on too. That shit he's using. But somehow he's getting it done. Every week he's got something for us. And
No,
super
shout
excited.
out. That, it's
is
a
that
poly
machine?
in tracker.
Right.
It's the same machine that auditors use to.
You could actually do your taxes on this.
Yeah, it's got you do spreadsheets on the thing too.
Oh shit! That's what Kelly Rowland was trying to text. What was it? Usher and My Boo in the first music video.
There's like a paper roll that you have to update every time that puts out a receipt at the end.
Oh
Turn it off.
shit!
Good shit, man. Next up, Vargas talking about equipment. This guy's like got pretty much everything, just like RTC. over
I
here.
can't wait to bring this to the studio.
I know, right?
Oh, you brought the MP out.
It's like staggering a bit there. I don't know why. If that's like a connection
Okay.
thing.
That's what I was just about to ask.
Is it
Sometimes
me or
stuff
is it you?
happens, man.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to.
I've just been filling in the blanks the whole time.
You're like, I think I get it. You put that, just like fucking copy paste that part right there. Yeah, dude. I don't know why. Sometimes that shit happens with the internet connection. This is it's amazing that you can even do this. We have fucking all of us come together. Like one of us is right around the corner for Latvia as well. So it's kind of insane that this works at
Press
all.
the button. Press the button.
I'm looking for it.
There you go. The crazy thing is, like, I could tell if that shit was working the way that I know my mind is making it.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite beat from him that I've heard. That shit,
Vargas?
like,
Yeah.
that shit was super dope. But fucking internet.
Now, I see Corey. Is his name Corey? I believe his name is Corey. Michael, no. In the chat saying, where's my beat? At least you listen here, you son of a bitch. Okay? Now, I've been fucking nice to your ass for a long fucking time, all right? You listen here. Your fucking beat's in the folder, okay? We're going to listen to it. It's pretty good. I heard it, okay? But until we get there, you shut the fuck up and you enjoy yourself. Or I'm gonna go get the belt.
Talk that shit.
I'm gonna go get the belt.
That shit.
Don't make me go get the belt.
Split the community. Let's do this shit.
Divide and. No, I'm just kidding. Your beat's in there. It's in there.
Just like Al's
We got a
brothers
real
and
friendly
shit.
operation going, Al.
Real friendly operation. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Al's brothers in the movie. You fucking.
It's such a positive community here, man.
We're so positive and so nice.
That's what we preach.
And we will
Positivity.
fucking kill you.
No, that's definitely a clip. That's a clippable moment for sure.
Clip that. Clip that out.
I can't wait. I'm going to use that part of my AI shit when I ruin his career.
We'll talk about Corey's beat when we get to it too. It's pretty fucking good. But
Well, speaking of AI, real quick, what do y'all think about the AI wave going on right now?
I think, because I've been fucking with it the last couple of days, and
of course, Megamind over here. Anyway, go ahead. I'm listening.
You seen those Drake tracks? Those Drake tracks are hard as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't he in the middle like suing them or some shit over that? I heard that there's like legal action against them.
No, yeah, it's copyright infringement now.
Yeah,
Well,
I like it for copy, but for making music and shit, it's just too much.
I don't think
Because there's no boundaries.
Well, in the next 10 years, maybe, but right now, you can't emulate like the swagger of a beat maker. You can't emulate like certain pockets that beat makers hit. Yeah, that's why I think we're good. I think artists, actual artists, are fucked. But yeah, we're chilling for now.
Well, I was watching.
Go ahead.
What's his name? Marlo Diggs talk about it too. It depends on how you're using it. If you use it to extract create extracted stems, from just you want to pull the audio, you want to pull the vocals out of a track. That's cool. You want to pull the drums out of a track. Some people are already kind of hating on that, but he was even saying he just used it as another tool in the sampling, kit. It's just an expansion. It's just like when people were tripping on Serato, and they're like, "Damn, now everyone's going to have their laptop full of songs everywhere." But I think it'll be okay because, like you said, you can't completely, at least at this moment, emulate a J Dilla beat. You know what I mean? People are trying to do it on their equipment all day long. With their authentic intelligence. So, having artificial intelligence try to do it, I don't know if they'll ever actually be able to do it. Maybe this won't age well, and they'll be doing it in no time.
I think it's gonna be some shit where so they do have versions apparently where it can make shit in the vein of whoever it is. But I think what's gonna happen, and I want to say Earn Your Leisure had talked about this. I think what's gonna happen is you're gonna have all of this AI shit that happens, and then eventually people are gonna use the AI to do shit like write books, and then you're gonna have a bunch of people, for example, writing books with AI. And there's going to be a need for organic book writing, for example. So I think the same thing will happen with AI, with music. You're going to have a bunch of fucking AI written songs by, on AI produced beats and shit. And then there's going to be a need for organically produced shit from, artists that are actually writing and, real authentic shit. So I definitely think
dystopian. That sounds pretty dystopian.
Man,
underground beat scenes and for real
telling
people are playing,
I don't think it's as far-fetched or as far away as everybody thinks. I think that AI shit is very advanced and, it's advanced to the point where they have to turn a lot of the features off because of how crazy it gets. I think I was just reading something not too long ago about, I'm trying to remember what company it was, but they had to disable it because it was learning too fast and it started to kind of gain its own intelligence. So they had to disable it. On some iRobot type shit, Terminator type shit. So I think,
Al, dude, I know it's a problem for you being your name Al and all. Everyone's be like, "Oh, Al made this beat." So no, AI made this beat.
Yeah, no, it's great for me. It's good for promotion.
Yeah,
this AI,
but it's the inevitable and shit because we're at a place where people want instant gratification. So if they can instant gratification, sell something, make money, exploit it, they're gonna do it. So
well, I see it working with hey, write a chord progression for me, and that kind of sense would make sense, right?
Yeah.
No, good point to what he was saying about the ozone and that. We had this conversation on one of the older episodes. I think that even the STEM shit where people talk about STEM doing that is AI. Yeah, I guess it is to an extent, but you have somebody like K-Def, for example. That dude was doing isolation in the fucking 90s, like it was normal, you know what I mean? And then as time went on, he was getting better at doing it. So that guy can extract drums from any song just with equipment and being able to EQ, because he understands EQ to the point where he can take the record and just take the drums out of a song, or just take the vocals out of a song off a record just with EQing. So I think that, you know, people that hate on that type of shit are the same when we talk about like the gatekeeping thing. I think it's the same shit. If you're so stuck in the no, you can't do this and you can't do that, well then like what crosses you to the point of, you know, EQing something, you know, talking shit about something? Is it cool to like take the bass line out of something, or, you know, filter it to only use the bass line? You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
It falls down that rabbit hole for sure. And like, it's like, oh, did you make the drum yourself?
Yeah. And it's like, motherfucker, like, again, my thing is, if you think that if the end product is good, it doesn't matter. That is truly what I think it comes up to. Like that's what it all ends at. So
because the people that were creating their own drums and their own instruments from like animal skins and like, you know, hacking down, you know, and tying shit would probably hate on the machine. Like, well, that's not fucking music. But you know, AI will push us to some weird limit. It can emulate, but it can never really innovate. I mean, it can innovate, but you know, it's going to be its own AI creation, and I think it'll push humans to get even better. It'll probably propel us into the fucking future doing
AI. AI listening to this right now, like holding my beer, dude.
Yeah, they're like, oh, okay. Let's keep rolling. Press rewind.
That was my favorite so far.
Yeah, that's number one.
No, I left for a second, but I know that was hard. I heard the first part.
Very cool, man. Yeah, fucking Press Rewind, such a cool cat, dude, man. Such a nice guy, just a chill dude. And he's on the compilation tape as well. Didn't he submit something for that?
He is, yeah.
I believe I did hear that inside that mix, man. It stands out. The dude's a talented individual, man.
Yeah, he kills it so much, like it's just hard hitting. I actually had to ask for a different version because it was just like pumping, man. Yeah, no, but he gets a lot. Like it's a like his sound is just aggressive, but it sounds dope as hell.
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to Press Rewind. Let's keep it running. This is Go Top.
Well, he's gone. He's really gone.
Shit. That Jersey shit.
Wait a minute,
This shit is hard as hell.
Yo.
Dude.
Man.
That was tight.
God damn. Yo, that shit, if you could figure out a good video to put to that, I think that shit would be a fucking hit as far as like viral popularity. You could get that shit on all types of videos.
Get Lil Uzi Vert dancing to that.
That's what,
exactly.
Like
it fits this generation. Like that shit is in Jersey club is hot as fuck right now.
And I hate to think that it's almost kind of memey, but definitely would go well with the fucking meme.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. That's like, yo, get some twerk into that shit. Oh my god, that'll be a fucking runaway.
15,000 in a week.
For sure.
Like, easy.
And he's from France, am I right or am I wrong? I think I'm right about that.
That dude
Just around
has
the corner.
a fucking smash on his hands. I am not being sarcastic. That shit, if he could get that in the right hands or the right clip to that, that shit will be super popular, especially on like fucking
Start
TikTok,
sending it-
Instagram. Oh my god.
Send that to
What do
a
you
few
think about
influencers.
that route? You know, that route of like virality, like TikTok making a beat just for like a TikTok, you know, like a sound.
That's personally, it's personally not me.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at anybody that does it.
Like there was a producer, a beat maker, and he caused a lot of like conflict or like kind of like commotion in the scene last year. It was like an Adult Swim kind of trend on TikTok where his beat was being used for it. And I don't know why it was like some backlash towards it, but like it was a sample based track and everything. And like, I don't know. I don't understand that route. I feel like I'd go that route at some point, but I'd want it to be organic. You know, I don't want to like seek a TikTok sound, you know?
I think a lot of people chase.
I don't think it's any different than if you're trying to license for doing sync licenses and stuff like that for TV and everything. It's like
Right, exactly.
the
That's
same
what I was
thing,
about to say.
It's like if that's what you like. That's just another avenue you can take.
I think we've had people that and we'll talk about it on here, that like certain artists that will contribute to this, and we'll talk about how they're like versed in everything. You know what I mean? Like they can make like soundtrack sound as shit. They can make like boom bap sound and shit, or guitar. You know, like I'm trying to think of the name, like pop style shit. You know what I mean? They have an avenue for being able to do anything. I think that type of shit, that's when I would call you a musician, where you can aim whatever the fuck you want to make for a certain category. I'm not a musician. I'm a beat maker, and I can admit that shit. But I'm not mad at anybody that is.
Zilla's one of those cats that can play.
Yeah, man, exactly. Like a dude that could fit any type of mold. You know what I mean? Like they fucking make anything for anything. That type of shit. That's real talent to me.
Messi was asking, are there any cassettes left for pre-sale? And I think he'd been slipping. I don't know what he meant.
No, he was actually referring to you, not including everybody's shit. But go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
The cassettes are still available for pre-sale. They're on the website, thebeatcast.com. There are some left. There's like 20 or so left. I can't remember exactly, but
When did y'all do that tape?
RTC.
We we got all the submissions by March 31st, and then I just wrapped up the mastering and mixing on those, and we were listening to get the track orders, and they're just about to get sent off for pressing.
So yeah, Ricky did that at the beginning of the year with and I was a part of it, and I thought it was such a dope concept of just bringing everyone together, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Such a
this
good
is
way
our
of just-
second one. Yeah, we
easiest
did
way to promote music.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, he says slipping. I didn't cop one. That's okay. Yeah, there's still a few left if you want to grab some. They're up there.
Let me know when you guys do something like that again. I'll definitely like to get involved.
Oh, no doubt. I'll hit you up.
For sure. Beatsmith Medora.
Some are just down low. Some are just down low.
Dude, I love how much fun he's having in that one too.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think about like the very like erratic hand movements and just feeling the music? You know, because I've always talked about that, right? Like showing like how you're vibing with your own music will make other people be inclined to vibe with your shit too. You know?
I think that goes apart like with the whole like old school, because I know Beatsmith, he comes, I think, I'm from the same era as like me and Alex, we're older heads, where it's like you were on stage or we were DJing at the time, so you had to have that, you know, it just kind of comes naturally. Yeah.
All I know, when I perform live, I'm standing arms straight and just gonna fucking look straight at the camera.
Let the turtleneck do all the talking and shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm dancing, bro. I'm getting jiggy in that shit. I dance, bro. I go crazy on my shit.
I'm twerking to my shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what you talking
literally
about.
just you and the, you know, like especially like if it's just you and the koala app, like you gotta do something, you know.
Yeah, I have time. I have more time. I'm not really like my buttons aren't on knobs the whole time, you know. So I'm just kind of vibing out with everybody, you know.
What's that shit? The sprinkler? Fucking just.
Yeah, bro. I'm hitting all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've only done a little bit of diving into live performances as far as beats go. Like back in the day, I performed all the time, but that was different. But this shit, it's an interesting.
College.
What?
When you're going through college?
No,
You don't talk about fucking Dawson's Creek like that. You fucking leave him alone.
Yeah.
You fucking stop it.
Yeah, performing with beats is weird because you're sitting behind this like machine. You know what I mean? And you just got to like kind of throw it on.
You.
And you want to show that you're doing things right. Like I know that I like to let the music just speak. I don't like doing too much effects. You know, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Like overuse of effects can kind of just butcher a song. You know,
I agree. Yeah, but it's like the whole it's personal chase. You know, but at the same time, it's like a lot of cats use it as a crutch. You know,
it's part of your bag. It's part of your bag, right? It's part of your bag.
But you have to do it right, though. I hear so many people just using it, and they're not doing it on time. They're not doing it in the proper places. It's like they're just throwing it on just to throw it on.
That would be me. Like, I'm still trying to learn how to do it right. So, and like especially with the SP404, you're trying to do that stagger thing. You know, you'll do it on the snare. And I'm still fucking that up. Occasionally, I'll nail it, and I'm slowly learning. But
man, when I saw.
Because you don't have a certain fixed like place where you can like so I have to gauge it sometimes, but no one really complains about it. It kind of just makes sense. It's like super grunge, slow-fi, dude.
Do they know you, right? So like, do you talk to them about that? Like, you should set like a version that you can like do certain parameters to, you know.
Well, they have like a little like invisible line where it kind of like gauges what the stutter, like how much stutter it'll be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little complicated. It gets complicated. Your finger will slip, you know?
Yeah, especially if you use the option that says hold. If you use a hold option, it's kind of like got like he was saying, it's got like increment, like invisible increments.
And you got to slide it back down too. So that's part of my performance aspect of it. I'm really good at like the finger movements of it all, but it does get a little complicated.
Yeah.
Let's keep it right.
She made your man fall in love, ayy. Fucking up out, I gotta bounce. Get out the house, get off some rounds, get me to the deal. Throw some shit down, smoking all loud. Just got me an ounce for the lowest amount. Lowest so foul, the dopest is house. When I pop out, the host is around. I so flat, that's how she made your man fall in love, ayy. Fucking up out, I gotta bounce. Get out the house, get off some rounds, get me to the deal. Throw some shit down, smoking all loud. Just got me an ounce for the lowest amount. Lowest so foul, the dopest is house. When I pop out, the host is around. I so flat, that's how she made your man fall in love, ayy. Fucking up out, I gotta bounce. Get out the house, get off some rounds, get me to the deal. Throw some shit down, smoking all loud. Just got me an ounce for the lowest amount. Lowest so foul, the dopest is house. When I pop out, the host is around. I so flat.
Never seen a blue chicken.
Rude is killing it, man.
That was really good.
Yeah.
He stays busy.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see that.
And he was the guest designer again on that last sample pack for Ski Beats too.
Yo, my bad. I don't know why when y'all start the track, for some reason, like it pauses and then I can't hear it and then I gotta restart.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't really catch
I'll keep
that.
an eye on that. Yeah. Yeah, Rudist is absolutely fucking phenomenal too. And is he still moving, going through the whole thing where he's trying to get to the?
I think he's in a spot now.
He's in a spot.
I think he's set up.
All right, cool. Yeah, I know he said he's gonna have to miss tonight. He usually he's in the chat, but he had some shit going on tonight. But yeah, shout out to Rudist, man. Love that guy. Here he goes.
You ought to leave my man alone. Find one of your own. Stop licking the jar, girl. Scraping the bone. The jar, girl.
Yeah, dude.
That was strong as fuck. The
That was
movement was,
RTC. That was really
iffy.
good.
Yeah, the
Thanks,
movement
man.
was a little iffy, but it was
Was that live
strong.
footage? Was that live footage?
It,
was
he,
that-
go on.
Oh no, it's funny. It was a new app I came across.
Movement.com.
And I'm not clowning on,
AI generated that, dude.
yeah, I'm not clowning on Delvon because he used a new app and there was zero movement. It was just a static image. But with this one, I actually put no. But this app, I can't remember the name of. It's actually pretty dope because it'll have like it's kind of set up like a beat machine. There's like 6 videos that you could fire off at the same time, and you record it live, the video live, and there's effects just like Koala where you can put effects on there too.
Yeah, I've been on that for like over a year, but yeah, no doubt.
But it doesn't look like it though.
No.
Like,
Some of us just use things different. It's okay.
You know, on the visuals though, I am Impreshn. I'm glad you mentioned that the visuals matter because a lot of times these cats. Well, not everybody, but I totally disagree that, fuck the video doesn't matter. It's like, no, man, get good at videos and shit, because if you can control your own, like, visuals and put your stuff out there.
It changes how your shit is digested.
And yeah, when I first started on Instagram, I was doing a lot of just like, not necessarily like live footage. It was just like, going over like videos or movies or like certain like things that I like, animes or whatever. But then I kind of started recognizing the algorithm and they wanted IRL content.
Right.
They wanted you to showcase yourself. I was like, oh, I'm not afraid of doing that. But then I kind of just like, okay, well, I can get creative with this for sure. Because now I got the iPhone 12. I was like, okay, I'm popping now. Let's do it.
That's a good way to put it. Zilla says you
Eat with your eyes.
Smart.
That's a very good point.
Facts.
I want to thank Al. He actually
Especially
hooked up
after
that
Red
logo
Lobster.
for me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Trying to help out. Let's keep it running.
Like that's there.
Some are just downright dirty. Some are just dogs. All you're getting is
That shit
Nice.
was strong.
That was
Wow,
definitely
sorry.
my favorite one for sure now.
Yeah. Same.
Sam.
Stop.
And yeah, my bad, guys. I don't know what's happening. Every time you start a video, like a pause screen comes up and I can't hear it. So
Yeah, Al's kicking you, but it's okay.
Right. Yeah, dude, Sam is absolutely fucking phenomenal as a producer. And I think he's newer into the 404. I think I could be making that up. He is in the chat. He'll tell us. But shout out to Sam Drumlow. And he's the cat that does the Critical
Hey,
Listening
Sam.
series with us.
Wait, so I've heard that name before. He does drum kits, right?
Drum kits?
He has a Discord and he has a community for mixing and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've come across that name many times.
Yeah, you've probably seen him out there because he is out there.
Yeah. He's doing his thing for sure.
doing work.
And his visuals are really good too. You know who also has really good visuals? Lightfoot. Lightfoot is crazy.
I'll
Have
have
y'all
to
seen
check
that?
out
Have you seen that cat?
I haven't.
Oh, I'll put y'all on. Yeah, he's really good.
I'll have to check him out for sure. Yeah, definitely go follow Sam Drumlow on his IG. It's just at Sam Drumlow, DRUMLO. And the dude is absolutely phenomenal. Super cool cat. And, going back to the conversation about gatekeeping, like, here's a guy who has a million secrets and shares them freely with everyone. Just really fucking cool dude, man.
And
shout out to
Ambient Zombie says, "Are you even a beat maker if you don't have plants next to your laptop?"
Yeah.
Apparently not. There you go.
I suck at keeping track. I suck at watering those things too, man. I'm like,
That's why
damn,
you gotta
I
get fake ones, man. Hit up IKEA. I got these little fake plants.
I got a couple.
I went plant shopping. I got a little shop that I go to. I got plants.
But no, I'm trying to impress.
You got a
I'm trying to
spot?
impress the indie girls, bro. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to know them.
He's really into botany. You're like, they're fake. But, come on.
He makes
See,
music around these really nice plants. Oh my god.
Hey man, start burning sage in all your videos. You get that shit popping.
Aubrey will share his digging spots, but he won't share his plant spots.
No, you know what? Bree goes into those shops and probably sits crisscross applesauce right in front of the door, just being a dickhead blocking the way.
Burning down Champa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but holding it like this and doing this with his eyes, like, get out of here.
Elena, what do you think about that? About like dudes and their little setups?
About the setups?
Yeah.
Why is he laughing?
because like, what do you think about that? What do you think about the botany in the studio space?
It's very good. I don't want to.
I'm here for the music, guys.
No, I definitely just like visuals, so whatever is working for you and it's consistent, whatever is working, it's working,
The perfect idea. We were talking about different types of merch, that we need to add to the Beatcast. We need some plants, man.
We'll start shipping plants off.
Plastic plants. I've got a bunch of them.
Perfect plants. And then a plant in the middle. That's a good shirt.
We'll do some cacti too, It's got them here in the yard, man.
Arizona theme will be, yeah. We can do that.
Full circle.
Full circle. Let's keep it running. Get your guy.
That's an example of seeking ye shall find.
Right. What you find?
But tell me now. But tell me now. But tell me now. But tell me now.
Thank you, man. Sam,
that was a head nodder for sure, man.
No,
was that real life footage too?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This fucking misogynist right here making women cry for his video. But the beat was dope. The beat was dope, but I don't appreciate what you did. You do not get to fucking hurt hearts to make goddamn visual matter.
For content, bro.
Yeah.
For content.
Fuck this.
For content.
That's how you know Al's a piece of shit. But the beat was dope. It was dope. It was real dope.
Leaving your hair in people's food.
That's why they broke up.
It was a compilation, for sure.
Shit.
That was real footage, and if you're out there, I'm really sorry about
Is it
that.
from Waffle House? Wasn't from the Waffle House?
It was from the Waffle House. Yeah.
Oh, then you gotta have hair in the food.
Here it is. Sam says, "I'm not new to the SP, by the way. I run every beat through my SP." Sorry about that. So yeah, he's not new to the SP. I made that
just
up.
making shit up.
I like to make shit up sometimes. Little fun facts here and there that I sprinkle in. Just keep it running.
Just
EXG.
I did hear this.
Oh shit.
I was worried about this one. Alan. For the content.
Top three for me.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's number one for me.
Yeah, EXG is so freaking good. Me and Fuji were just talking about that recently. About that dude never misses. It's like every single one has this like super smooth vibe to it, very clean and in the pocket. There's nothing that stands out where you're like, oh shit, I wish he would have done this or that. Just consistent as hell. I love that guy's stuff.
Yeah, when you think about like the concept of like minimalism, right? I know you touched on that, Audrey. Like minimalism in hip hop is underrated as fuck, I think. Just a solid drum pattern and good chops. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody wants to do gospel chops. It's like, slow down, champ. Just keep it simple.
What about looping? I like looping too because I mean, dude, let the sample do its thing at the end of the day. Sometimes, you know.
It's like no matter how you get there, as long as you get there. Like, you know, it's motherfuckers who want to like be so intricate about chops and mini chops and all of this shit, and it has to be this and this, and it's like it gets overcomplicated, and it's paralysis by analysis.
Yeah, it took me forever to like come to the conclusion that the only people that give a shit about that are other producers. It's like, who are you making the music for? Other producers or everyone else to listen to? You know?
Because you can take a sample that's already been like looped and done before, but like you can like put some nuance to it in your own sense about how you frame it. You know? And it's just like if it's your sound, if you make it your sound, you don't have to do much to it.
Yeah, and like this is a perfect example of that. We're all using the same sample, but nothing sounds exactly like.
Right.
At all, yeah.
You know, going back to the thing you talk about simplicity can be difficult too. You know, to like achieve it and do it well. It's almost. I think a lot of people will start out and try to do too much to kind of hide within everything that they're doing, but to like do simple, you know, very minimalistic beats very well is like. It's fucking hard, you know. You have to kind of come full circle to that. I think
you got to have like a decent footing inside of music theory, and you got to know and like stay in your lane instead of trying to throw. It's like basketball. You don't go on the court and you see the guy that's dribbling and through his legs and spinning around and like going nowhere and faking and jumping all around and stuff. You don't have to do all that shit. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I think if you do it with intention, I think it comes across to the listener. You know,
skill.
Good old fashioned skill. Let's keep it running. This is Lost Perception.
Lost Perception.
So glad to see him back, man. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Lost Perception is really. He's talking about clean. I always admire the way he uses his hi-hats, man. That shit's cool.
That was the first thing we talked about. We had a session and shit, and he was like, "Yo, do this." Like, that was one of those dope things of connecting and having somebody to build with versus going at it alone.
Yeah, and I know he took a break for a little bit, but yeah, definitely RTC. It's good to see him back in. That dude's like an insanely talented cat. You'll see a lot of his stuff on Mega Ran's Vital. Speaking of Mega Ran again, you'll catch him. He produced a lot of his stuff from back in the day. Now we have to talk about Mr. Corey Michael No. So here's some backstory impression. And Corey, Corey, are you here? Let me say something in the chat so I know you're here.
I've met him on Koala Beatcast a few times.
With Corey Michael No?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, here he is. He's here. Fires. He's in the chat. Corey. He's like, yes, sir. So we had our first foray into a beat battle, right? It was called the Friendly Fade series. And the idea was just, because the Beatcast isn't about, hunky-dory shit. It's just a bunch of fucking, people coming together, showcasing their music. It's not a competition. So, but everyone always asked us to do a battle. So we're like, if we're going to do a battle, let's do it the Beatcast way, where it's a friendly fade. You know what I mean? And like a fade, if you're not serious, that's just a fight. It's usually homies. One's talking too much shit. And you're like, hey man, I need that fade. You go outside, you throw your hands, you come back in, everyone's friends. So that's the idea. It's just a beat version of it, right? And it went swimmingly, right? And shout out to Phil Spector, he won. But during it, our first supervillain comes out of the chat, right? And he's supporting this guy, and I get it. He's supporting this guy, and he starts, because his guy didn't win. And he's just like, oh, okay, so we're doing sleepy beats. He turns this whole sleepy beats thing. He's roasted. And personally, I loved it. I'm like, okay, this is great. It's spicy. It's getting, pointed in the chat. But then, over time, it started to get a little too much, right? It started getting a little negative. At the end of one of our live streams, it spilled over into a fight. And we raided out into another room, and they were fucking fighting in that room too. It fucking kept going. Then it went over to Instagram. It started to get into the comments, and But you know what I do like about this Corey cat? Shout out for the follow. What I like about the Corey guy, though he was, he admits it. He's like, he's like, I'm an asshole. What are you gonna do? But he decides, because he's talking a lot of shit. Phil Spector's telling him, where your beats at, though? Where are your beats? And he's like, okay. So he fucking dives into beat making because of this fucking argument that happens on the fucking Beatcast, dude.
I hope it's a 4 pattern of just fart noises, just to be.
Wouldn't that be something? And dude, I won't say anything more, but I've set it up, and but I'll just play the beat and see what you guys think of his. And he kept it on theme, sleepy beats. So here we go.
That shit is dope.
It's good, right?
I'm not even joking. That shit is one of the best ones. And then the fucking snoring throughout it. There was a lot of variation in this shit too. Like I'm again,
really
no sarcasm.
Like a deep, like a full album of just sleeping.
Oh, just no fucking snoozing. Nah, that shit was dope. Yo, Corey, that was fucking hot.
And I was ready to critique it, after I heard that he's got some clapbacks and shit. But I'm a fan of the clapback first off. Yeah. So I've got a lot of casuals in my comments when one of my beats do good. Like Ron recently, he was like overrated. I go to his profile, look at one of his beats. I was like, I don't rate you at all, and I just blocked him.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And yeah, it's been like that. What do you think about that? When someone that says something negative, I know it's not too common in the beat community scene because it's like, who cares? But like since I've garnered a little bit of a following, like I've gotten some negative shit in my DMs and my comments. And I used to do a lot of that clapback and shit, but now I just don't give a fuck.
It takes a bold motherfucker to like jump into your DMs to like really put their opinion on you. That's just too much. It's like you can not like something.
Especially if they don't do anything, if they don't even create themselves, it's like, how can you even have an opinion? You don't do anything that I can even have an opinion on for you,
Right.
As long as somebody's not nasty, I think it's just let them live. Because when they become nasty, they say something really rude or, start really digging into some shit. Then it's like, you got to get blocked. You got to get right. Yeah, that type of shit.
Well, with he goes by you already know. I think is what he goes by this beat thing. But Corey Michael, no. He's I think he's new to this whole vibe from what I understand. He has a family member that participates heavily on this. He was just riding for his guy. And it's a different animal. Like in hip hop, we don't do a lot of that because you can get your ass kicked. Like in hip hop, that's how the shit works. Like you might be at a venue and think it's all good and then you're fucking stomped out. You know what I mean? It's just, and I'm sure it's like that in punk rock too. But I have put hands on many people myself in hip hop, like throughout the years, you know what I mean? And you get your ass kicked. But at the same time, and it can spill over from the internet, but this was nowhere near like an ass kicking thing. They were just talking shit, and having some fun with it. But what I do love about this dude, and he must have a musical fucking family, because this dude first fucking foray into beat making, and he's really good.
Yeah.
And he has a few of them on his page. If you go to his page, go check him out at You Already Know. It's like NOE. And he's got a few beats up there, and they're fucking good. And he's like coming out the pocket, like going to like he's going out of the sleepy beat thing. I think he has one that's a little more upbeat, I think. But every one of them I like. I mean, the dude is definitely talented. So it's
that shit.
And I even talked to Filth about it a little bit. Nick Filth was like, "Yeah, dude, his beats are pretty good." He's like, "Fuck that guy," but his beats are pretty good.
are y'all on Twitter? Are y'all on Twitter at all?
No.
So I just went down like the beat making community on Twitter. I just started Twitter this month or this year. And,
it's totally different, right?
They're way more vocal. They're way more vocal over there.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you if they don't like some shit, or like it'll go viral for the wrong reason. The motherfucker will get stomped on by like literally the internet. Like I know a dude posted like a Ice Spice, I forgot his name, U4 Music or something. He's pretty like heavy into the scene, and he posted something. He got like what 7 million impressions, and motherfuckers were just quote tweeting this shit, stomping him out, bro. Like this shit is ass. This shit never been on the internet. Like
that's what Twitter
sounds like. I was like, damn, they're roasting this dude.
Like DBS is really open on Twitter. I feel like he has a lot of opinions about everything.
Well, so does DiBiase, right? DiBiase.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
That's
my bad.
But yeah, Corey's a cool cat. He's just new to the whole vibe, and it's not really like he just came in kind of hot and spicy. But his beats are good.
That's cool. It means that we're all humans, like you can have an opinion. Fuck it.
Right.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I think as long as you don't let it take you, you know what I mean? Like have an opinion, but like don't let your fucking opinion have you.
Or if it's like overtly negative for no reason.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Like don't be super emotional about it and shit. But I think that I like what they did. I personally don't see any issue with it. Like it was all in fun. Again, like I was saying, nobody got fucking touched. You know what I mean? Like ain't nobody got hurt. It is what it is. And we got a fucking new contributor out of it. So hey, ain't bad. Ain't nothing bad about that.
Hell yeah.
It's like a double standard in hip hop though, because I used to watch a lot of battle rap, right? And if you were whack, it was known. Like the audience would make it known.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And especially like battle rap, that's what it's morphed into now. That's a very unapologetic crowd. It's not like battle rap pre-2000, 2005 or some shit.
Like me personally, if I don't really fuck with something, I just hold my tongue. I don't need to have an opinion on it if I don't like it.
That's usually how I am.
Yeah. And he's to his credit, he's probably the same way. It's just that his family member was in the competition, so he's like, "Fuck that! I'm riding for my guy." You know what I mean? So I think it spilled over, got him overly emotional. But
it also is Twitch, right? So you always get those trolls. People do troll for fun of it.
People do troll. Yeah.
Oh, the first time we opened up to a live show on Facebook, it was like as soon as we opened the door, they just fell right in.
Yeah, we opened our shit up from Twitch to like YouTube and Facebook, and it brought in a weird crowd of like complete fucking weirdos. But luckily that part's over with. Anyways, let's keep going.
It was like a Whataburger lobby. Like, what the fuck?
A Waffle House lobby, yeah. Let's keep it running. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Valentino DeMarco. He's been putting stuff in for a while now. Again, like with that one, I think you were even saying earlier, Impreshn, like some change up, like good. You find
some variation.
Yeah.
A little stagnant, but I just like the gutter aspect of it. It's pretty grungy. It puts you in a different vibe, like a different mindset. Yeah. Like even like a visual of like some maybe some mafia shit going on would be fine with that,
Yeah.
That's what I was like. The visual aspect can carry a beat too.
Yeah, for real.
Let's keep it running. We're actually getting near the end already. We have like not that many more to go, so let's keep it running. Mr. Watson.
Hey! Where's that one from the fly?
somebody call 911. We need an ambulance down here. Hey, look. Nene, over there, hold that boy hand together. He about to kill himself out here. Pee-wee.
Wait a minute. You know. I mean, duh. Right. Time. Bitch. Her. Wait a minute.
Go that way. Nah, it's a free. I can walk this way. What you talking about, fam? Anyway, so
I remember that video.
I saw that shit the other day again, and I could not stop laughing. I was like, "This fucking video is classic. I gotta throw it in here."
Really good.
That second half was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Drums are hitting hard as hell too, man. You did an excellent job on that. I'm glad I decided to play it after all.
No, that was dope. That was a little bit different too from what I'm used to from you, but it was dope.
Yeah,
and the first part, I love beats that like you have to listen to at least for like 10 seconds to get the vibe of it. That first half was like confusing at first, and I was like, oh shit, now I get it.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
Appreciate it.
Good shit,
Real
man.
dope shit.
Keep running. Mindful deal.
Man,
That was fresh.
yeah.
That reminded me of like a little bit Tatsumaki a little bit when he came to like the progression and the layering of it. The bass came in, but probably not the sample chops, but the way he made it his own for sure.
That shit was dope.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you,
good,
sir.
man. And they were saying in the chat too that bounce that it had to it was really good. I like how you kept the use of the sample kind of minimal too. You took that guitar like that. It was really good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Because I knew the voice. I couldn't do the voice. I'm not a voice person. So I was like, everybody else is going to crowd that shit and just kill it. I'm going to stay in my lane.
Yeah. Good shit, man.
Well, you're not getting it.
Oh, I'll take it with you.
Baby, there ain't nothing to discuss. Wait a minute, the doorbell's ring. Let me get the bell.
This is Random on
Well,
the beat.
do say right on time.
There's no way you could mistake. For your minute, you understand.
Hey, this is like this is dope. The remix we didn't know we needed.
That was a crazy take on a remix for that.
That was super bold, super bold.
And Elvon would have fit perfect in that music video with that turtleneck.
Doing this, dude.
The snake.
Oh my god!
Shout out to Ryman on the beat, man. He's always doing some really good stuff. Man, I used to have the biggest crush on both Brandy and Monica back in the day. I'm sure you guys were with me. Come on now, come on. Just me.
I was more of a Monica than Brandy. I've never been like Brandy. Was just like
when Brandy would, back. I must have been 16, 17 at the time. She had that video where she was on the swing or something like that. I was like, dude, that chick's hot.
She's attractive.
I always forget that Al is a mud shark, and that shit confuses every time. Like I fucking every single time, I always forget.
Anyways, just me.
Ryman on the beat is that dude. I've seen him on Instagram. He'd be like walking down the street making a beat and rapping over it.
Yeah.
With the 360 camera, and you get the whole globe with it and shit.
That concept is amazing, and that's the kind of shit that I could see going viral and shit.
Yeah, that's hella original.
And he's good. He's good too.
Yeah, he's real good.
All right, we're down to our last 4, I believe. Here we go. '88 sampling.
God damn.
I think it's top 5 for me. I like that bounce a lot.
That shit was strong, real strong.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
I believe '88 sampling comes to us from, I want to say it's Argentina, I believe is where he's from. Or maybe some Spain.
It's a Latin country. It's a Latin country. I can't remember.
He's in the chat. He'll tell us.
Yeah, he'll tell us. Where are you from again? Remind us. Really good, like just super clean. I like it when people are
like
afraid
Kansas.
to go. Yeah, Kansas. I'm like, oh,
Cheers. Yeah.
was that right?
He says Argentina.
Nailed it.
Argentina.
When the people use like a lot of the sample as well, they're not afraid to go ahead and just let it run.
Yeah.
And then just,
yeah, that's what I like.
it up. Yeah, really good shit. Here goes Prot.
I'm cheating on nobody.
Bad dude.
Wow. That took me back to nights I barely remember at the Ice House.
What kind of drugs are you on, brother?
Nah, man, that dude. When I was talking about like musicians, that Prot's a musician. Like that dude can do any type of style, and he's fucking ridiculous at it. That dude is a true musician.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, shout out to Prot. And you just heard the progression going for him. When he first jumped into this thing first season, I believe. He just been running with it and getting better and better and better. Really jumping into whole different spaces of sound as well. Fucking phenomenal, man. Good shit, Prot. Prot's sometimes in the chat, isn't he? I don't know if he's in, though.
Yeah. I don't know if he is right now, but yeah, he usually is.
Call him. Call him. Get him on the horn. Funk Soul.
Pam. That was some pimp shit.
Pimpin'. Dude, so good shit, Funk Soul. Really good. Just real quick, I ran the randomizer. This is fucking hilarious to see who won the Mixwell Care Package. And fucking Corey Michael, no, you won the Mixwell Care Package for this week. That's awesome, dude. So, do you have a horn sound we can hit him with or something like that? You got that?
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Congratulations, Corey. Yes, scumbag. Good shit, Funk Soul, man. Really fucking funky and clean as well. Do we know where Funk Soul's from?
Funky Town.
Funky Town, brother.
Yeah. No, that moment of silence.
Was it not that funny? Sorry.
No, it was great. Crickets, yeah, there you go.
You got the flex bomb on there or what?
No, I don't.
You could change up a boring moment with the flex bomb, bro.
Give one of Clues bombs. Let's keep it running.
Hawk.
There you go. This is all in the zone. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, great drum break under that
The
too.
fucking drum, yeah, that shit was super solid.
Absolutely phenomenal, man. Good shit. All in the zone. Check out All in the Zone on Instagram.
Shout out Gene. I just saw he joined. Gene
Yeah.
Flo, what up? I got something for you tomorrow.
Shout out
Y'all
to
put me on
Beatcast
some
TV.
real cool cats. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta follow some of these dudes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I gotta make sure I follow all of y'all first. I'll make sure I got all of y'all on IG.
Talented community, man. Especially heard that when going through that compilation that we got coming out.
Yeah.
Like just front to back, man.
It's insane. Freaking Impreshn, if you have time, I know you're a busy guy, but join us on this next one, man. And
yeah, dude, I was gonna say, like, definitely keep me more involved. Yeah, I really like what you guys are doing. I'm glad Elena reached out to me about this. And
yeah,
I really like to come back on, as a recurring guest for sure.
For sure, man. We'll definitely love to have you. The next sample for this next whole deal is going up tonight, and then you get a week to work on it, and then
I'll do it
next Sunday. So there's plenty of time there.
Yeah, I'll have something for sure.
For sure. Yeah, Gene Flo, shout out to you, man, and the Beat Block TV, everyone that in your camp, man. Those are some cool cats over there. There's some amazing producers that participate in the Beat Block TV. Admiral Atlas, there's a few that just come to mind real quick. Admiral Atlas, there's a few of the cats on there that were. Delvon, you're in there regularly as well, aren't you?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Not to say that you're good, but you know what I mean.
You're just there. You're there.
Are you guys on any Discords?
Yes.
I don't do but hours. It's a lot of stuff to keep up.
Can you pronounce? Can you say the name of the app again for us, Bree?
Discord.
No, you said Discord earlier. This shit was hilarious. I didn't make a comment about it, but I was laughing. Just want you to know that.
This edible's kicking in. I
was like, can you see us?
I'm having one of those moments where it's like, because I did the fool. I dosed some cookies, and it was good, man. It was good going down.
Is it kind of the stuff you get at Costco, or you make it yourself?
It was a little bit.
Yeah, Brie, I totally appreciate you taking introspective drugs on an hour podcast where you're supposed to talk. Thank you for doing that. He's over here just like contemplating life. Like, do I even need to be doing any of this?
The best part is where me and Impreshn are. Like, that shit is an absolute no. But whatever.
That's so weird to think now that you can't just go to a store and buy that shit.
Leave Brie alone, y'all. This is turning into a roast Brie bot.
No, yeah. What are y'all's vices? What would y'all say y'all's vices are?
Chocolate.
I
fucking can't get enough of sweet shit. That's my problem.
I'm just like, it's either weed or food. Like I just bought right now. I just bought oysters and like some other shit. And like I'm always talking food shit, man.
That's why I'm laughing. I'm just imagining him like he's just putting gummies in the middle of the oyster and just fucking eating the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm gonna make this cake tonight, man. It's gonna be fly as fuck. It's a cardamom cake.
Sweet, probably.
Sweet.
I don't have any vices. I'm perfect. So absolutely perfect. But Impreshn, thank you for joining us. It's been a really good time. We appreciate having you on, man.
I had a great time. I definitely want to be a reoccurring guest for sure.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on, man. It's been cool.
Yeah, my voice is a little fucked up right now, but I'll be good by next time for sure. And I'm gonna take part in the challenge for sure.
Yeah, we'd love to have you, man.
That's dope, man. We'd love to have you, man.
Yeah, really cool. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, well, definitely, throw in your beat. The sample will go up tonight. And throw in your beat to be included in that opportunity that Ellen and Mixwell have partnered with the Beatcast to offer, which is an ad placement in Mixwell's next release, which is going to be pretty fucking cool, man. Mixwell's a legendary label. I don't know if everybody, like the new heads, know about Mixwell, but definitely go check out Mixwell, man. Mixwell Worldwide is like OG in the game for real. But appreciate you guys, and everyone, be safe and enjoy. Thank you for all the subscriptions, all the follows. Thank you to everybody in the chat, and we'll catch you guys on
Have a good Sunday, guys. Peace.
Catch you later.
Cut it out.
1, 2. I even made up a song. If you don't think it's not silly. It's wonderful. It's something that you can do for yourself. This is what you want to do for yourself. You can get out there, get on your own, take your own money that you earn each and every day, and go out and get healthy while you're doing it.
Excuse me, ma'am. Have you checked your car's extended warranty? I mean, have you heard of the Beatcast?